A ceasefire agreement between Israel and Lebanon.
The president says he's spoken by phone with the president of Lebanon and the prime minister of Israel. Trump said both agreed to a 10-day ceasefire. The president also wrote that he has directed Vice President Vance and Secretary of State Rubio and the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff to work with Israel and Lebanon to achieve a lasting peace.
Correspondent Linda Kenyon at the White House reports the ceasefire is scheduled to begin at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. A $25 million facility brings wellness and human services to residents in North Fulton.
The building on North Point Parkway packs a variety of services into one place. One of the new opportunities for Alpharetta residents is a senior center.
They'll be providing day services for seniors, as well as just general senior events will be hosted here. We'll have a cafeteria in the back so we can serve some meals.
Commissioner Bridget Thorne says the County Board of Health and the Recovery Treatment Court will be working here. Funding from the state of Georgia will eventually bring a behavioral health crisis center to the facility. Mary Ryan Howarth, 95.5 WSB.
Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is grilled about the measles comeback. Reporter Jay O'Brien says Kennedy is questioned today at a Capitol Hill hearing.
Kennedy trying to argue that the U.S. is caught up in a global measles epidemic. And while there is a measles epidemic in places like Mexico, etc., the U.S. has seen such a dramatic spike, again, from a country that assumed and had estimated that measles had been eradicated because of the measles vaccine and its anti-vaccine rhetoric that public health officials have pointed to show this measles outbreak.
It is 3:03. The Von Hessler Doctrine begins in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. It's Alex Williams.
Travel advisory in Cobb County, Bills. It's earlier what looked like a tractor-trailer fire. Not seeing any flames or smoke, and fire department's actually left the scene. This is 75 southbound between Windy Hill and I-285. They still got 3 right lanes blocked, so very slow back to North Marietta Parkway. Use Highway 41 as an alternate. If you're traveling 285 west side of Doraville into Dunwoody, stacked and packed. Been dealing with a crash between Chamblee Dunwoody and Ashford Dunwoody, blocking at least 1 lane. That's the reason for the delays there. You're going to stay slow past that through Sandy Springs as you make your way over to Riverside Drive. And a stalled tractor trailer still hanging out in the right lane on the West Freeway, 20 westbound, Fulton Industrial Boulevard, exit number 49. Those delays are back to Holmes Drive, and as you can imagine, it is slowing 285 both ways, trying to ramp onto I-20. From the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. A mix of sun and clouds and very warm today, high 86. Lows tonight in the mid-60s. An isolated pop-up shower or thunderstorm possible after midnight into early tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy and still very warm with a high near 90.
Right now it's 85 in Duluth, 86 in Powder Springs, and 84 in College Park. More news at 3:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 1 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. I'm your host, Eric Von Hessler. Surrounded by most, but not all, the doctrinaires, plus a special guest. Tim Andrews is here. Autumn Fisher is here. George Clark is not here. We have Trent behind the glass helping us out. And we also have, of course, Jared Yamamoto. But look over here. English Nick has joined us.
I'm special? I mean, you saying I'm special?
You're a special guest.
No,
you're
come
special.
on.
Well, you're not. You are a doctrinaire at large, is the way I think of you.
It's special because he's engaged.
Yes, it's special
Engaged.
because you have been...
as opposed to engorged, which is a whole different thing.
You have decided...
I'm glad he can still be that way, though.
Decided to make,
In your later 50s, if I could say.
You can say
Love it.
To give up all of your freedom, and you're going to get married.
I never understand that whole thing about the bachelor parties you see where it's like, oh, it's his last night of freedom. What's she stopping him from doing apart from what he shouldn't do?
Well, here's the problem.
Exactly.
The problem with that is that it doesn't even add up. The idea of, well, you got to go crazy at your bachelor party. You got to sow your wild oats because it's your last chance. I don't know if anybody's noticed, but sexual thoughts don't work that way. They don't work like, oh, well, got that out of my system, so I guess I'll know. Well, one of two things happens when you do something new. Either you really like it and you want to do it again as fast as possible, or it was really embarrassing, awkward, and, geez, I hope I don't have to go see that person at work the next day. Those are the only two things.
Yeah.
But if it's fun, no man, anyway, I only have a male brain, so I can only explain from that. No man goes, okay, did that. Got it behind me. I'll always. It's just, if you liked it, If you're a man, you're going to want to do it again as quick as possible.
Well, the hooker is the swan song.
Is the hooker the swan song?
Yes.
Tim, the sex worker.
I think that like a really good friend who is your best man may inadvertently turn you on to hookers for the first time at your bachelor party and ruin your marriage. Basically,
That's not a good idea.
Something the guy didn't even know was he knew about it, but it wasn't something in his life. It was, oh, you could do that?
Why does the best man think that it's a good time to start then? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to get in there, buddy. Degrade her. Degrade the stripper. Do it.
You got to have that experience at least once in your life, right?
Right.
Anyway, you're too old for that kind of bachelor party. What are we going to do? Meet together at a coffee house? And
I don't even really know if
old
I
times.
want one. I don't think it's...
Mine was pretty, mine was really good. The first part was exactly what I would want, because I lived with my wife for 10 years before we got married. It wasn't like we met a year earlier or something. So I'd already settled down. I was raising a child. So it was the first part. We were at a great bar out there in the LA area
Los
called
Angeles.
The Money Tree. And just sitting around with friends, old friends, new friends, talking, laughing. But then we had to go to the Bruce Willis Hotel in downtown, the one where he's dangling out of that one. And I didn't have one. So first there was one stripper who came. I was like, okay, that's one, just one person. All right, after it was over, I was like, okay, we got that through. Okay, now we can just drink and have fun.
Oh, no.
And knock at the door.
Oh, no.
And there's like three of them together. It's like a second wave. And at that point, it was just annoying to me. And they tied me to a chair.
Oh, no.
You hated it. It was terrible.
I did. I know that people think that when I say that kind of stuff, I don't need it. I don't.
No.
I mean, the first time I was like, okay, this is what you do. All right, blah, blah, blah. By then there was like, they always come with like these pimp/handlers who start yelling at you to give them more money. And it's like, what is the fun here? All right, guys, they get mad.
Oh, and if you go to like a remote location, I've been to bachelor parties that have been out at cabins. I mean, oftentimes that person that shows up will have a gun with them. And that's how you're like, whoa, okay, all right.
That makes sense.
This is
they need the gun.
I know, I understand why they do, but it's just
because
like
of people like you, Jared.
That's right.
Not me. I'm not the kind of person like that. I'm very respectful.
I told you this before. When I first got out to LA,
there he is.
When I first got out to LA, Susan Olsen, who played Cindy Brady, was on the radio station that I was on, and she was just about to get married. And so I was invited to her fiance's bachelor party. I'd only been in LA for like 2 weeks. And there was a guy there, one of these pimp/handlers. He was just very, I couldn't believe it. I left my hometown 2 weeks earlier. I'm sitting on Cindy Brady's couch in Manhattan Beach. Her future husband is hogtied and nude in front of me.
God.
And then we've got this pimp/hustler who had like Kenny G hair. Is like yelling at everybody. He's mad because we're not throwing enough money at them. And at one point, I just turned to my friends and said, "I think it's time to get out of here. There's going to be gunplay." Yeah. And the next day at work, you guys got out just in time before he pulled the gun.
He did pull it out?
Yes, I have great spidey sense.
Yeah, what was the reason for him pulling it out?
I don't know. I just things. You know what I mean? I wasn't there, but things were just getting. The heat was just.
Jimmy
turning
Kimmel
up.
get touchy?
Just Jimmy Kimmel wasn't there. I think it was that the guy. His job was to get whatever percentage of what these ladies brought in, and he just wasn't happy with the amount of money. He must have thought, hey, his fiance was on Brady Bunch. They must have
sure
money.
That they were stone cold sober.
Yeah,
those pimps.
Always.
Well, the pimp had to
they
kick
weren't on
up
any
to
kind
his,
of like uppers.
Yeah, no meth involved.
He had to kick up to his Albanian boss.
Right, probably. And I just sort of felt it. So,
I had a listener.
I don't want to look at you hogtied naked in front of me with whipped cream.
I had a listener who left me an open mic. His name's Matt from Tucker. He listens to the River all the time. And after he heard I got engaged, he said, "English Nick, congratulations on the engagement. Just wanted to know if it was going to be an open bachelor party." And I'm like, no. I haven't told him this yet.
Everybody.
Everybody. It's got to be people I know. There's not people I don't know coming to my.
Have you picked your best man?
Open bachelor party? Is that a thing?
I don't know.
I've never
heard that phrase together. An open party.
Yeah, he was trying to wish it into existence.
Yeah. Open.
I don't know. I think it might be my brother.
Okay.
Actually.
Well, the person you choose as your best man is you're gonna get a good idea for what that bachelor party is gonna. It's gonna be whatever that person's personality really is.
Yeah, my brother had a bad experience with one of those situations a long time ago when we were in our teens, where he got invited to this place, and there were strippers and stuff, and he ended up without much clothing, and there were candles and whips involved, and that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, what happens is now, did he enjoy it at the time?
No,
did he feel bad about
it?
Or is it like
absolute?
you get bullied into it in the moment?
It affected him for a while. He was not himself for a while.
I don't like being whipped by strippers.
Yeah, see, that
he
sounds
found out something about
That
himself.
sounds miserable. The whole point of a bachelor party
sounds like sexual assault.
The whip was used to put out the candle.
Was it?
Yeah, so you can guess where the candle was.
Belly button?
So
let's go on top of a cake.
Let's go. Yes, on top of a cake.
It was a button.
Yes, of course.
It was a button.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
But it was.
It is.
Anyway,
it is amazing thinking how complicated people make bachelor parties. Like, it doesn't have to be that complicated.
No.
I actually agree with Eric to an extent. Like going to a bar and stuff with your buddies. I do think that you want it to be like a 3-day weekend at least, because you want to go and spend some quality time with your best buddies.
I got married the next morning.
I don't want to be around
everybody at the
Oh,
wedding.
see, that's miserable. Do it the
next
night
afternoon,
before.
Everybody at the wedding was drunk. My buddy T-Sean was vomiting behind a tree. It's a good thing we decided to have it in a park.
I'm always impressed when we get bachelorette or bachelor parties show up at live band karaoke at Dark Horse, and once they're done telling me who the bride or the bridegroom is, I'm like, so when's the big day? Thinking they're going to say, 5-6 months a year from now. They're like, tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
nuts.
like, you guys are rock stars. You're out drinking tonight.
I think it started that way before it turned it into a weekend thing. It kind of fits in with all the things. You have the dinner with the family, and then you have the rehearsal, and somewhere in there is the guys go off and get crazy for a few hours.
Do the women do that at their bachelorette parties?
They all go to Nashville. They go to Nashville.
Well, do they get a guy to perform for them?
Sometimes.
Yes,
No,
they
it
do.
would-
Yes,
it- no,
they
it would-
absolutely do. They absolutely do. Tina goes to hundreds of these things, and there's been plenty of times where guys come and perform for them. Yes, that does
but it's a
happen.
different thing. They act like they're a construction worker, and they bring they
that's the thing.
dance a couple songs.
Men that are people who strip for women need a job. You got to be a fireman. You got to be a construction worker. When you're a woman and you strip for men, your job is stripper.
Your job is to look broken. Even if you aren't broken, look broken. This is
My
what the
car
guys
seat
like.
broke and I need money.
You could be a babysitter or a nanny, but that's it.
Oh yeah, maybe a nurse.
Sexy nurse, cat.
No, I was going to say that
It could be
women will sometimes get
teacher.
female strippers to come to their parties too for
Oh, wow.
bachelor parties.
Who you get married to is the question.
Yeah, after this
Who's the
conversation,
bride? I'm here for the bride. Yeah.
Going to if the wedding happens in England,
It's like a charity thing. Like, look, she needs the money, so just be
Yeah.
nice
All
to her.
right, let me get this tool build up. Those stretch marks? Nah, they're just rivers to pleasure.
Yeah, that's right. Follow them down.
Yeah.
if we get married on the other side of the pond, the bachelor party is going to be just hanging out with some mates at the pub.
Yeah. Are you thinking about that? Where are you? Are you guys-
Maybe. I
Yeah.
don't know. My
Yeah.
dad's never been on a plane, and I don't think he's going to get on a plane at this point.
He's getting up there, so
He's
I don't-
87, so
is he
yeah.
is he cleared to fly?
I don't think he has to be cleared. Maybe.
Well,
I don't know.
just
I never thought
physically,
about that.
it's a long flight. And
I
if
don't
you-
think he wants to deal with it personally.
Right,
He's not
yeah.
in the so.
You don't want to
with
get
Trump first.
thrombosis.
We'll see. We'll
Deep
see.
vein.
Yeah, you don't get that deep vein thrombosis.
Maybe I can get Trump to fly him over on Air Force One. That'd
Yeah,
be a different deal.
he likes the English these days.
Oh, yeah, they're my favorite place. I really like them. Maybe he could fly over with King Charles.
Yeah, just fly over, just hitch a ride with the
Yeah,
king.
have him at the
Charlie.
White House.
Yeah, right.
You're going to sleep in Lincoln's bedroom?
No, your dad's 87. You should have it over there. You should have it where.
Yeah,
you can,
we're
it's,
we're
convenient.
discussing right now. We'll see.
Don't say what I like. I'm not telling you what to do.
No, I know. Yeah, we're discussing the different.
As I was
whys
saying
and
that, I'm like,
wherefores.
why am I chiming in?
There's so many
Since when?
people in this town that I know that want to be there and blah blah blah. So
Oh,
That's
you're
true.
a Yank now, but you're coming over here to get married.
Couldn't you do both? Right? Like you could
Yes.
have a more ceremony type thing
Yes.
there, but then have like a get
Massive
together
party
at a
here.
private room in a restaurant or something.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
what you would do, right? You get just have a party here for all.
That's
your
what I want to
yes.
do.
Yeah.
Is that what you want to do? Are you
That's
getting
what she
married?
wants
Are
to do
you
for my-
are you
Maybe.
Okay, look, she's
Love is in the air.
Love is in the air.
Every day,
we're marrying
every
off,
night.
We're marrying off
Every
the
night.
doctrinaires and the doctrinaires at large. All of them getting married off. So that
I'll be there for this one, Autumn.
My
I'm not invited.
you kind of had an idea about the last one.
I learned my lesson.
You didn't believe in it.
Did
That's
all
what-
of
you
them?
didn't believe in it.
Did
That's
all
what
of them
it
get
was.
engaged? Did I miss that?
No,
she's
no,
not
not yet.
officially gotten engaged.
No, but we
yet.
talk about it.
She's testing the waters.
Yeah.
We both are. We both ask each other, what do you want? Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Sowing the seeds of love, as the great
That's
Tears
right.
for Fears once said.
Yeah. And
Sowing the seeds.
Another Beatle era.
sowing the
Great song.
seeds of love.
They're always crying.
Seeds
Sowing
of
the
love.
seeds. Birds and the bees.
I've still never listened to a whole Tears for Fears album, even though people have
Oh,
told
first
me that
couple
the
are
first
great.
one
Yeah, they
is
are.
just
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah, they're great.
I liked them, but I didn't love them in the 80s. I mean, if I heard Shout come on, I wasn't like, I hate that song, but I didn't love them.
Oh.
And so I never went out and bought the albums and listened. Like, I don't really know their catalog, but I do know that their catalog is very well
They're still
revered.
great. They're amazing live.
That's what I.
Yeah.
I saw a thing on YouTube. I thought it was kind of funny. Is before they hit the stage, when the lights are down and there's music going and the show's started, but the band hasn't hit the stage yet. They were playing an alternate version of "Everybody Wants to Rule the World," like some girl act or something, which I thought was like pretty cool because you're going to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
You're going to come out and do it, but it's kind of.
Was
cool.
it that one?
No, it wasn't like that. It was more upbeat. It was very coquettish, like everybody wants that kind of thing. And that's apropos to nothing. But neither is that dog's barking. That's the kind of show you tuned into.
Dog here.
You just don't
Get
know
outta
what's
here.
going to happen.
Oh,
and
doggy.
here's the thing: you will love some of what happens, and you will hate the other things that happen. And then when the show's off the air for a few hours and before it comes back tomorrow, that's a debate inside of your head. I loved what I loved, but I hated what I hated. Am I going to come back and listen again? That's on you.
This is weird.
It's all very weird.
This show, in fact, is a lot like life, really. There's things you're going to love and things you're going to hate
That's
about
right.
it.
It's a
That's
You know,
right.
it's a lot. It's a lot. No,
It's a lot.
Well, I consider life to be a struggle. So
You do?
I know some see it as a journey.
Ah.
I see it as a struggle. I think.
Come on, Eric. Come on.
No, I really do believe that's that scene where Sylvester Stallone tells his son in that Rocky Balboa, which is really Rocky 6.
Yes.
The one where his wife
Lady
died.
kid.
She died of the lady cancer. Yeah, that one. But we got to get that speech because I had to be able to play it from just straight up, and basically where he just explains to his son that the world is just about how much you can take. It's just about whether you can keep getting up and keep going after this bad news and that bad news. Now, that's not the whole thing. There's also beauty. There's great music. There's all kinds of, things there's people that we love.
Yeah.
All of that is
There's
there.
a lot to what he's saying.
But all the good things are always going to be interrupted by, can you handle this next thing that life just gave you? And I think you got to harden yourself up for it. It may not be a nice message to hear if you're 22 or 23.
Buck up.
But chances are you personally are not changing the world, and you have to kind of figure out what the world is, and then figure out how to use the inertia of what the world's been doing before you were born and will be doing long after you're born, and just kind of plug into how can I use that inertia to propel me further rather than I'm going to slow down the world and tell the world to spin the other way. Well, good luck.
I feel like
I see a lot of people 23, 24 seem to be like, nah, I'm not playing by the rules.
Yeah.
So, well, those rules were in place for 10,000 years before you were born. Chances are after you die, them rules are still going to be in place.
I feel like Justin Bieber realized that this past weekend. He took the law into his own hands at Coachella. I think it's wonderful what he did.
You liked what he did?
I liked what he did.
My wife and I watched about 10 minutes. We're so bored.
I didn't
We
watch the whole thing, but the premise of it, like taking the power away from the label and saying, no, I'm just going to sing along to my own songs.
Yeah, but
karaoke style.
Okay, is that...
And it was very
but
immersive.
is that a performance?
I think it was.
might
It's
be
like
a
even Prince performed when he was saying
I know what you're
to the
saying,
label.
but I think it was a performance of sorts, and I think that he involved his fans in a very up to the minute way.
Yeah, but the crowd is there. If you're in a crowd of like 40,000 or 50,000 people, I think that the way that you would take that show when it's all close-up camera shots and all of that, and I know the crowd's seeing that on the screens as well. But I imagine if you're on the edge of the 50,000 people in the crowd, you're a little disconnected from this guy sitting down at his laptop computer and singing along with old videos to him. I'm not saying there isn't something clever about it, but it's clever in the way of I got a big exam and I forgot to like spend any time planning this. And that,
or it's clever at the expense of your fans and audience.
Sure.
And that's not cool to do.
It'll be interesting to see does he do it again? Because with Coachella, the second weekend is the same act, same time.
He'll be on this Saturday.
And most just do exactly the same
Yeah,
set
he may
they did the
change
week
it up.
before.
He might change it
Be
up.
interesting to see. But I didn't see that part. My wife and I were just going from stage to stage, and we sat there for like maybe 10 minutes of Bieber, and it's just like, this is boring.
Yeah.
This is boring, and there's something in his microphone that's changing his voice.
So no band at all. He just...
Well, I don't know. I only saw like 10 minutes.
No band.
It was just him in baggy clothes in the middle of this airport stage.
Singing videos with his young self up on the screen. They were singing along together.
Baby.
I think the Trent Reznor thing was the best thing about all of it. The 9 Inch Noise thing.
It's a weird kind of thing that's going on where people are getting nostalgic. Famous people are getting nostalgic way too early in their careers. How old is Bieber? 35? Like, I mean, is he even that old that they're now looking back? I mean, I mean, all these. I guess Lena Dunham wrote a book. She got a book out. It's called, and it's got kind of a name that sort of
Everyone
makes her.
was mean to me.
It's called, what is it
Fame
called?
Sick.
Fame Sick.
Yeah.
Like, okay, all right, I guess, boy, you wrote a hit show and made a bunch of money, and that was awful, I guess. So she writes this book, and she says some pretty mean things about Adam Driver, and says that he was very difficult to work with, and that he threw things and this kind of stuff. And then she goes to promote the book. And when people ask her, I don't really want to talk about it. You put it in your book. Yeah. So I'm looking at Lena Dunham. I don't know how old she is. I imagine
she's 39.
Okay, 39 years old. Shouldn't she just still be in the throes of her career, creating the next movie, TV show thing? It's like at 39, it's memoirs. It's time for you did one thing, and for the rest of your life, you're going to reflect on that.
You can make the same argument with Taylor Swift and the Eras tour. Like, I mean, there are a lot more eras than what you would expect.
I wouldn't say that, because one of the eras was the latest eras, so you were going to get the latest era. So you're going to get the new music as well. I think that's fine. She'd been performing for a long time, but the memoir, to me, I don't know. With Lena Dunham, I think
she hasn't had a hit since Girls.
And I think that she's talented. I think she's funny. I think, obviously, with Girls, there was some very good writing that went on. I'm assuming she had a lot to do with that. But when she goes into this mode, it just seems like she's using us for her therapy. I could be wrong about that, but every time I see her in an interview, I feel like we're seconds away from a breakdown in tears or something. I think she's got something to work on, something that she's not happy about. And that's how it comes across to me. It doesn't come across as, I'm going to give you the inside scoop of what really goes on in Hollywood. It just comes across with, this book is part of my therapy that I'm going through to understand, why, I was rewarded for my talent with a hit show and a lot of money, and that was awful. I know that you're human, and it doesn't mean that all of a sudden everything is great in your life, but it's kind of a hard sell to, a 39-year-old woman who's got, 2 jobs and, 2 kids, and she's trying to get one of her kids in one of these good schools, but he's on a waiting list. And then you hear someone like Lena Dunham come on, Fame Sick. Oh, Fame was such a horrible.
She has the platform because of Fame, right? I mean, that's
exactly. And also, don't trash a guy who's a well-known actor and then say, I don't want to talk about it. She says basically that, she pulls the whole, I was a woman, I was in charge, but I didn't know what to do because he was throwing things or whatever. Look at the history of movie making and television shows. All right? I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying you were the 3,455th person, male and female, who dealt with that kind of thing. That's what happens on these sets. Doesn't make it right. But if you're going to put it in your book, then you can't demur every time. Because guess what? You show up on TV, people want to talk about things that that are interesting, and conflict is the essence of drama.
Got a little example of that where she dodged a question about it.
What was she on George W. Bush's daughter's
Today,
show?
today with Jenna.
Tell me about that show, Girls.
And Chanel.
I thought it was pretty good.
So here it is right here.
You were his boss. I mean, you were the director of this television series. So moments where there was violence or anger, moments where there could have been romantic feelings. How does it sit with you now?
I wrote about a workplace dynamic. I didn't want to put anything in the book that I felt like wouldn't be useful potentially to a reader who maybe wasn't even in show business or connected to it. And I think I wrote about a dynamic that a lot of young women can understand from the workplace. And the complicated thing is that I spent 8.5 years writing this book. So I was super intentional with every word that I put on the page. And then you come
1 word a day
on live TV with cool, glamorous girls like you and are kind of,
cool, glamorous girls
asked
like
to
you.
rehash it in a way. And I think I really want people to read it in context and understand it.
No, it's okay.
in the
I've heard of it. See, first you have to get people to read it. You understand that? In order for people to read it in context,
I'll give them a little bit.
You got to give them a little bit of chum. You got to throw some chum in the water to get them to bite, so then they can take it and digest it all and go, oh, I understand that there's more context. She basically said this Adam Driver was a violent person who, I don't know, was she afraid of him?
He threw a chair.
He punched a hole in the wall.
Yeah, he threw a chair.
And his
which
trailer.
is not good.
I mean,
just not good. But
not good.
Look at the history of Stanley Kubrick or some other directors, other actors. That guy from I Heart Huckabees, you've seen that.
Yeah.
Everybody's seen that on
yeah.
YouTube. You've seen him throw a fit with Lily Tomlin's there, everybody?
I mean,
Lily Tomlin walked away, is an empowered woman. She walked away and went, okay, that's another movie set. I've been through this a million times. Yes, Jared, very quickly.
I was gonna say, hey, Adam Driver, Kylo Ren, come on, he's got a violent side to him.
It is true. He does fight with his emotions.
Have you seen the price of gas? Now close your eyes and imagine winning a grand to pay for it.
Beginning Monday.
It's WSB's A Grand for Gas.
Listen for the keyword at 8, 10, 12, 2, and 5.
You'll have 30 minutes to enter that keyword at WSBRadio.com or the WSB Radio app.
One lucky listener wins a grand for gas.
Your first chance to win is Monday morning at 8.
WSB's A Grand for Gas. From the station that gets you where you want to go. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's free gas station.
Get any size air conditioner for $69.99 a month, 0 down, an unbeatable lifetime warranty, and ask about clean air upgrades. Visit reliableair.com to book your free estimate today.
Cancer. One small cell can change everything. Beating it takes something big. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute is built for it. Built for breakthroughs, pioneering clinical research, treatment, and surgical innovation. With the most cancer centers and board-certified oncologists in Georgia. We're built around you, with personalized care from screening through survival. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute, built to beat cancer.
Hi, it's Dale from TrustDale.com. I've trusted America's Best Choice for more than a decade for windows, doors, siding, decks, and roofing. Their exclusive 3-way warranty, including my $10,000 Make It Right guarantee, protects you if something goes wrong.
Thanks, Dale. At America's Best Choice, we deliver the best exterior solutions that provide long-term value for your home. Schedule your free in-home estimate now at abcwin.com. No pressure, no gimmicks. America's Best Choice. Quality you can trust, prices you can afford.
Former Speaker of the House Newt Gingrich is strongly endorsing conservative Rick Jackson for governor. Here's Newt.
Few fought harder for President Trump than me, but nobody will fight harder for you than Rick Jackson. I've known Rick for over 20 years. He came from nothing, built a real business, and saved thousands of lives through his conservative Christian organizations.
America First warrior Newt Gingrich strongly endorses conservative Rick Jackson.
Like Trump, Rick is a once-in-a-generation leader. And like Trump, he can't be bought, he won't be intimidated, and the corrupt insiders know it. That's why they're scared. Rick will freeze insane property taxes, cut income taxes, and he'll fight for you, not the insiders. Join me in supporting my friend, Rick Jackson.
Stand with conservative Newt Gingrich and vote for the conservative outsider, Rick Jackson, for governor.
Paid for by Jackson for Governor, Inc.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 3:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Vincent Financial. Our top local story, it's happening now. Cobb firefighters on the scene of a big apartment fire on Woodsong Way. There's extensive damage to the Concord Crossing apartments. No word yet on any injuries. Another fire at this same complex back in February killed 3 people, including 2 children. The man accused in a shooting rampage inside a Midtown Inside a Midtown Atlanta medical office in 2023 is found competent to stand trial. The ruling from Fulton County Judge Eric Dunaway today clears the way for Deion Patterson to stand trial, and it reverses the judge's previous ruling. The trial now scheduled to begin June 1st, nearly 3 years after Patterson allegedly shot and killed one woman and injured 4 others inside a Northside hospital clinic. 38-year-old Amy St. Pierre, a mother of 2, was killed in that mass shooting. President Trump says the 10-day ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon will include Hezbollah.
Hezbollah has said it wouldn't abide by any agreement worked out by Lebanon and Israel. A UN spokesman was asked what the Secretary General's advice would be.
To abide by the ceasefire.
Many Israelis are skeptical Hezbollah will be reined in.
It never ends. We have to finish it right now.
Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu calls it a historic opportunity.
Correspondent Cammie McCormick reports the ceasefire is set to take effect at 5 p.m. Eastern. President Trump says Iran wants to make a deal. The president says Iran is willing to do things that today they weren't 2 months ago. He says a deal could happen pretty quickly. Trump says the U.S. naval blockade of the Strait of Hormuz is one of the drivers pushing Iran to the bargaining table. Another close call between a plane and a truck, this time in Charlotte.
We nearly hit them. I had to slam on the brakes. We had our taxi light on. We started moving. That was really bad.
An American Airlines jet was taxiing when an airport operations truck cut it off. The flight to Washington, D.C. still took off on schedule. The incident comes 3 weeks after an Air Canada jet struck a fire truck at New York's LaGuardia Airport, killing both pilots. It is 3:32 and time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center, it's Alex Williams.
Travel advisory continues through Marietta, Bill. Big rig trouble in 3 right lanes, 75 southbound between Windy Hill Road and I-285. 3 right lanes are blocked. Heavy delays back toward Highway 5. You can use Highway 41, Cobb Parkway as an alternate. Just cleared up that trouble on the West Freeway, 20 westbound, Fulton Industrial Boulevard, exit 49, but slow behind it all the way back inside the perimeter from Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. You got 285 northbound interloop delays from Langford Parkway. Southbound slowing around South Cobb Drive. We also had a crash, 285 westbound, the outer loop between Chamblee, Dunwoody, and Ashford, Dunwoody. That looks to have cleared. East and southbound delays, though, definitely filling in from Chamblee, Dunwoody. Not much relief till you make your way down into Clarkston. From the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. A mix of sun and clouds today. Temperatures rising to the upper 80s through the afternoon. Lows tonight in the mid-60s. An isolated pop-up shower or thunderstorm possible after midnight into early tomorrow morning. Tomorrow through Saturday, highs in the upper 80s. A cold front arrives on Sunday.
And right now it's 84 in Smyrna, 81 in Union City, 85 in Loganville. More news at 4 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
We are here with CFP Matthew Decker of the Vincent Financial Group and host of Retire ATL every weekend right here. Get more at retireatlradio.com. And Matt, what makes you and the team? What makes you different?
You come to us, you come to the Vincent Financial Group for money management, and yet maybe you're a really conservative investor. Our fee is not going to change whether or not we're shooting for a 20% rate of return or a 5% rate of return. This is one of the better use cases for a no-fee growth annuity, because on those no-fee growth annuity contracts, if you get the right ones and if you're working with the right people, you won't pay an advisory fee on those dollars, and yet you are getting exactly what you want, which is a vehicle that has more safety to it. So for those people in the retirement window looking for a way to take some risk off the table but not have to pay a fee to do it, a no-fee growth annuity can be a phenomenal complement to a portfolio. If you want to have that conversation around, what your mix of assets should be, we'd love to have that conversation with you. You can go to retireatlradio.com. Right there on the homepage, you can book a 30-minute discovery call with us. We can have this conversation. We would love to do it.
Again, that's retireatlradio.com, or make the call. We have a representative standing by right now. 770-280-1488. That's 770-280-1488. That initial consultation to discuss your financial future with Aaron Vincent, Matthew Decker, the team at the Vincent Financial Group. It's no cost, no obligation. 770-280-1488 or retireatlradio.com. And join us for Retire ATL every weekend right here. And it's all powered by the Vincent Financial Group.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Neither the firm nor its agents or representatives may give tax or legal advice. Individuals should consult with a qualified professional for guidance before making any purchasing decisions.
of love. The seeds of love. What are we doing? We're sowing the seeds of love.
Brilliant, brilliant song.
Very good song.
Oh, man.
When I first got into radio, this song, I was a top 40 station, WPXY.
God, I played it 10 times a day.
I was a producer, so I had to go, when it was all on carts,
Mm-hmm.
I pulled them all in, pull the carts.
Were you a good
Just sowing the
degauser?
seeds. Oh, nobody degoused like me. That's good at splicing tape, too.
Jared didn't even know what that
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
I don't.
Degousing.
No,
The old days.
well
The real-
before my time.
Back when radio was a thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of a thing, English Nick is here for a reason.
I'm here for a thing.
Not just sit around and talk about Lena Dunham's memoirs.
And
he's here for...
That's not why he's here?
Is that why he's here?
I thought that was.
The Dunham report.
That actually was in the hopper for Toodle Pip, so you beat me to it.
The Dunham report. Yeah, well, we've done them. We done Dunham.
We did the done.
Get to some other Toodle Pip stories.
All right, this is well, she's from New York City, right? I think that's where she's based.
At
out
least
of.
the show said if she was.
Yeah, the New York City SantaCon charity fundraiser was more con than claws, authorities say. The guy's been found guilty of only giving a smidge of the $2.7 million he's raised over the years.
You're talking very quickly. I think
to,
you're talking. I think
to
people,
charity.
People may not know what the hell. So the
SantaCon. That's when people show up, get drunk,
Yeah,
dressed
in New York
as Santa
City.
in New York City. Yeah,
And other
by the
cities
way,
have picked up and they do
have other
Santa
people.
Claus.
Oh, really? And
Yeah.
so they get money from that too? Because I'm obviously Greg Russ has lived in New York now for almost 20 years or something, and he has told me from the very beginning that these are just a bunch of drunk, ignorant, annoying kind of frat boy types. And they feel like because they're dressed up as Santa Claus, they can just do anything they want and destroy anything and yell at people. And they get into a bunch of fights. But supposedly it was for a good cause. Yeah, I read this earlier. And the guy who did it, he only gave very little bit to actual charities.
small fraction. Yeah,
And then he had this kind of like other LLC or something. He put most of the money in for his own, he wanted to fix up his house in Jersey or something.
That's
and
great.
Bought a couple.
Yeah, he had a lakefront
Win-win.
property in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Bought some concert tickets, luxury vacations, extravagant meals. That's kind of a luxury
Extravagant
vehicle.
meals.
What's an extravagant meal? That could be McDonald's with the
Yeah,
price
it's
of things these
$15.
days. I mean, come on.
Or the
Yeah,
choice.
it's like the most expensive thing on the menu stuffed inside the second most expensive thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
The-
Extravagance.
I think extravagance is these days the choice to go to Olive Garden over McDonald's. You know what? We're gonna splurge. We're gonna you go to Olive Garden with like 2 people. That's probably $100 to get out.
No,
of that,
actually,
right?
believe it or not, Olive Garden has found this fast casual category of the Chili's, Applebee's, Olive Gardens
Yeah?
of the world, Red Lobsters.
Yeah,
they found
Red
this.
Lobster's failing. I gotta tell you.
Well, they found the sweet spot where they're actually in a lot of cases cheaper than McDonald's. Like if you get one of the meals over there,
Oh,
or if
really?
you get one of the meals at Burger King.
And as far as I know, you don't get no breadsticks at McDonald's.
That's true.
So you got your Olive Garden fringe benefits.
Unlimited soup and salad.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in.
You can find that sweet
Just
spot.
bring the whole thing of soup.
You throw in an edible bowl.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And
How do you turn that down?
I'm never leaving.
I'm slurping it up.
Soggy bread bowl?
I love the soggy bread bowl. I haven't had one in a very long time. I used to go to Panera before
They're terrible now.
Yeah, before Panera started killing people, and now they're owned by a private equity group. And
Panera
my
is-
understanding is Panera's food just went down.
Biggest disappointment. I used to
Yeah.
love it. They had good
Yeah.
coffee. They had good snacks.
They used to be good.
Private equity took
Now
them
they're like
over.
airplane food.
yeah,
and
airplane food's
then
better.
what people got
Yeah, maybe.
involved from the private equity groups. They started looking at those ledgers and they started talking about efficiencies. Who cares if the food sucks? That's why the customers came for the. Who cares? The food doesn't taste as good as it used to be. But go out there and tell the customers how efficient we are now. But they killed those people with their lemonade or whatever it was. Remember that?
Oh, didn't they? Was it like hyper lemonade with?
Yeah, it was like
caffeine in it?
energy lemonade.
They had it up there right
But they
next
didn't
to
tell anybody, I
They
guess?
didn't tell. They
Was
didn't
it
warn
labels?
people. It wasn't warned. And so people would get this lemonade, and people who had heart conditions. A couple people died.
Yeah, they did.
So look out. Who is it now that's adding? It might be McDonald's. They better watch out. They're adding energy drinks. I take it they've looked at the whole Panera example and recognized you got to let people know.
Yeah, make sure that
this
you
is-
label it
like,
very
like,
clearly.
you're not labeling this stuff that has it's like drinking 4 cups of coffee. And so one girl who was young, who had a known heart condition, rest in peace, she lost her life. And she was like 23, 24 years old. So I guess then they sold out to a private equity and said, just destroy the legacy.
It's JAB Holding Company that owns them.
They're
now.
the best.
Oh yeah, they love it. They care.
JAB. We
Panera
care about you.
Company.
Panera used to have their own breads and stuff. I think they would have like a bakery like close to a
Yeah, they
bunch of
bake their own
stores.
breads, and now it's brought in frozen.
Now it's brought in
Like
frozen.
Dunkin'.
Yeah.
Like Dunkin'.
Same thing happened to Dunkin'. They don't care about
Dunkin'.
you. As a customer, the people who own the places that you go to absolutely hate you. Just remember that. They hate you. The companies that own the companies that you are a customer of, just remember this. 9 times out of 10, especially if they're owned by private equity or what's the other thing? Hedge funds. They just hate you. They may not think about how they hate you. They're just trying to be more efficient. But in reality, the effect is, well, only someone who hated me would do this to my favorite restaurant. Right? I've been coming here for years because the bread's so good. Turns out it took private equity to let us know that the food in a restaurant is not all that important.
Yeah.
Those mom and pop shops,
Madness.
that for years that were slaving over the recipes, it was the private equity groups who finally, they're so smart. They're like, that was all stupid.
Yeah.
You know, you just give them something and charge them a lot. Don't
It shouldn't
you
take
understand?
all day to make spaghetti sauce. Let me show you how.
You know, they do have the Panera Bread has unveiled the Unlimited Sip Club, guys, where you get unlimited drinks for $5 a month subscription.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Get the app.
Well, here's the thing. Most people don't use it. Okay, so you're going to have some people who overuse it. But we've run the numbers. We can water down the drinks. We've run the numbers, and overall, most people will not use $5 worth. Aren't I an efficiency genius? Hey, have you thought about the quality of the food for any of these restaurants? Are you kidding me? We're in business.
Just get them in the door.
That's right.
Just get them in the door.
Yeah, what
It is
the heck?
nasty.
We'll sell this off to somebody else.
Chop it up for Paul.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's only $5 a month for 3 months, and then it goes up.
Oh, of course it goes up. And here's the other thing. We've run the numbers. And once people are subscribed to anything, they begin to, we'll be able to screw them over. Yes, boss. What I'm saying is we're going to charge them every month for something that they will have forgotten they ever paid for. Isn't that great? And we're going to lower the quality of the food.
Our terms of service have changed.
Yeah.
Delete.
We hate you even more now.
Just read the small print. That's all
All right, what's up next with your Toodle Pips?
What is up next? We mentioned Coachella earlier. Conyers native Teddy Swims, who he had a set on over the weekend.
Is he rap? Is he rock and roll? What is he? What's Sims?
I don't know enough about Teddy Swims.
Is he related to Phil Sims?
He's country fried, isn't he?
No.
Yeah.
No, he's more. Yeah, put him in the pop category, right, Autumn? Wouldn't you put him more poppy?
I don't know. I thought he was like country, but
All I
maybe I'm
know
confused
is-
about who this is.
All I know,
is
he
I think
brought
Joe
out,
likes him.
He brought out David
okay.
Lee Roth to do Jump, and I got to say, David Lee Roth has been getting a lot of grief.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Well, listen.
Might as well jump.
David Lee Roth going down the catwalk, twiddling that cane. I'm like, man, he's going to lose that thing. He's going to hit somebody.
I think that when you're that age, a one-off is something that you can pull off. You can't. David Lee Roth can't go sing those songs night after night.
No, they've already owned up to the fact that now the backing singers on the David Lee Roth tour that's coming up, they're doing the heavy lifting. We know
you know
this.
What, by the way,
it's fine.
And by the way,
he's got nothing to prove to me.
That does not offend me.
No.
That gets thrown into the category of they're using tracks or something like that. If you have backup singers as you're aging and they just kind of fill in, to me, that's part of the performance. You could like it or not like it, but I don't see it as, if you're expecting 70-year-old men to be able to sing that type of rock and roll like they did when they were 21, that's just insane. I mean, that's just not going to happen.
No, but they shouldn't be performing.
No, but I mean, why not? I don't
Well,
understand.
you don't have to buy a ticket. That's what I always tell
That's
people.
true, and I don't.
No, hold on. I disagree with that. If somebody is relying on technology and they're lip syncing and they're doing that kind of stuff, I agree. But to me, backup singers are legitimate. They're part of a performance. It's fine.
Yeah.
They should be the backup, not the main thing.
But they're just filling in. They're not actually jumping up to the front of the stage. They're just kind of lifting it to a certain level. Because what you would say is then to any vocalist who is just an unreal vocalist in their youth, you're just saying this is like the NFL. At 40, you turn it off because no throat no voice box is going to be able to reproduce this later. Now look at someone like Robert Plant. He performs, but he doesn't try to go to those places.
No.
But he does have backup singers and stuff. But mostly, if you get 2 Led Zeppelin songs out of Robert Plant in a night, you're getting a lot. You're going to get a lot of like sort of bluegrass, and
I just saw him do Ramble On
Colbert,
and it was
great.
amazing.
Yeah, but he does it in kind of I'm betting like a bluegrassy,
And
lower.
that's
lower
fine.
key.
I feel like that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's you're adjusting for your age. But if you keep trying to produce the way, like
Ageist.
what's his name? The
that guy.
Sherry.
Oh well, we know that's
he
fake.
was 100.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like
I got an example.
he's out there and he's like a
Frankie
robot.
Valli.
Thank you, Frankie Valli.
Autumn, did you watch any of the Coachella set? Because I see where you're coming from Mark Foster of Foster the People. He tried to hit a couple of high notes in the middle of his set, and it just sounded bad.
How old is he, though? He's not that old.
Yeah,
He's
This is okay. I'm going to end all this. We do have to take a break here, but what I'm going to say is I think backup singers are fine. I understand the argument against it, although watching things on Coachella, I didn't see it in real time. Saw a clip, and let me just state this. And I love this person very dearly. But Iggy, it's time to put the shirt on.
Yeah. They did put him in the coffin at the end of it.
Iggy,
he won't. He's never going to do it.
Time to put a shirt on.
Out of my mind. You can count on it.
You can try and plan for it.
But sometimes it gets the best of you.
Multiple left lanes blocked, quickly impacting you as you leave the airport.
When it stops you from getting where you need to be.
Atlanta's most trusted traffic team gets you there.
Now we've got our second crash of the morning on I-85.
The most up-to-date traffic reports from Atlanta's most trusted traffic team.
Only a right lane open.
Every time you listen. Triple Team Traffic.
95.5 WSB. How Atlanta gets there.
When materials are late, everything's late. Labor's waiting, clients are waiting, and that costs you. Dave Baker here, and the pros I know rely on Randall Brothers. Randall Brothers delivers complete, accurate, on-time orders, wrapped right and ready to go. No half-right shipments, no guessing games, just dependable service that keeps your job moving. If you're tired of chasing materials, there's a better way to build. Randall Brothers. Widest selection, industry expertise, accurate, no hassle deliveries. RandallBrothers.com.
Why is Channel 2 Action News Georgia's #1 morning news? Brian Monahan and Storm Tracker 2 HD, a certified meteorologist with the most accurate forecasts and weather in a minute. Channel 2 Action News this morning, starting at 4:30.
I'm Channel 2's Karen Greer. When stories break, they unfold in real time. We have multiple reporters live in your neighborhood, so when it matters most, you know how it affects your family. Channel 2 Action News, every day at 4, 5, and 6.
Spring is here, and yep, pollen is back with it, clinging to everything. Good news, it washes right off, unless it's stuck to grime and algae. I trust Wise Guys Pro Wash. One quick call, get a quote, next day service, and I didn't even have to be home. I came back to a clean house and a deck I actually want to hang out on. More than 2,000 five-star Google reviews. They're the real deal. New customers, mention me, Chris Chandler, and get $70 off any service. Don't wait. Book now at wiseguysprowash.com. Wise Guys, the wise choice for your home.
If your home smells musty and moldy, don't wait. Moisture and mold not only produce that old home smell, it can even weaken your home's foundation. At American Crawl Space Solutions, we stop the problem at its source. From encapsulation and waterproofing to mold remediation and foundation repair, we give you the right solution without high-pressure sales tactics. Get peace of mind with American Crawl Space Solutions, your best value in crawl space repair.
American Crawl Space Solutions. Foundations too.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at radiodirect.com/privacy. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out. Consult a doctor prior to use.
Wow, you look amazing. What have you been doing?
I'm sure you've heard of Ozempic, Wegovy, and the other GLP-1 medications, right? Well, I found this great company called Zelfie. If you qualify, their providers can prescribe medications like Ozempic and Wegovy and other GLP-1 medications that are 80 to 90% less expensive, all 100% online.
I can get GLP-1 medications for 80 to 90% less and do it all
online? No doctor's office or pharmacy?
Yes, Zelty can provide semaglutide or tirzepatide, the active ingredients in Ozempic and other expensive GLP-1s, but for 80 to 90% less and shipped directly to your door.
How do I get started with Zelty?
Just send them a text.
Text SALE to 797979 to get started today with Zelty. Get the same active ingredients in Wegovy or Ozempic, but for 80 to 90% less and 100% online. Don't wait. Text SALE to 797979 for a link to your exclusive offer. Text SALE to 797979. That's SALE to 797979.
These statements and products have not been evaluated or approved by the FDA for weight loss.
I remember brushing my hair and looking down and thinking, oh my gosh, do I have any hair left?
I used to look at women with thick, beautiful hair and think, why doesn't my hair look like that?
My thinning hair is making me feel so old.
If you want thick, healthy, gorgeous hair, then you need Hair Volume from New Nordic. With clinically proven ingredients like apple extract, biotin, and millet, Hair Volume nourishes your hair follicles to promote thicker, healthier-looking hair. Say goodbye to shedding, thin, and dull hair, and hello to thick, healthy hair with Hair Volume.
Since taking Hair Volume, the shedding has all but stopped.
Now, instead of being jealous of other women's hair, I have friends who are jealous of mine.
My hairdresser couldn't believe the difference in my hair. Now she's using Hair Volume too.
Available as a tablet or delicious gummy, Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com, or find Hair Volume in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
All right, English Nick. The old clock on the wall says there's time for at least one more.
Okay, well, this story is from GB News, which is Great Britain's
George
news.
Bush?
No, Great Britain.
George, it's just, you got a news outlet?
Breaking news alert.
Do you want to read it, George? You read the headline.
Natural selection favors gingers. Gingers.
That's a redhead.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Flame-haired people.
As scientists believe, it was beneficial 4,000 years ago.
You know, I imagine it was because having a sister who's a ginger, a redhead, I have personal experience to know that you just don't mess with her.
Yeah.
And so
my fiance is the same way.
I'm feeling like, 4,000 years ago is probably like people were like, you know what?
No,
I'm not going to fight the ginger.
I believe that gingers and regular humans can coexist peacefully.
Thank you, W. Along with the fishes.
And the fish.
Yeah, of course. In England, they do call them gingers. That's gingers, in fact.
Gingers, yes.
Gingers. That's why this was in this British.
We say redhead here, but the old ginger thing is around. Yeah, redheads are quite often.
They're
the
tough.
American Revolution. A lot of it was fought by the Irish and the Scottish that had come over. I mean, we owe a lot of the victories, a debt of gratitude to all the.
Hey, laddie.
All the gingers.
Scottish.
Let's go kill those Germans.
All of the the 18th century.
Why did they use
here.
Hessians? Was that because they were at war in other parts of the world? So they had to have contract soldiers?
I'm not an expert on the whole thing, but they had Hessians, they had people from Scotland, people Irish.
I'm talking about the British. They used
the British did, but didn't we use? Oh no, that's right. It was at Valley Forge was all Hessians, right? That was I think it was because they were kind of spread too thin.
Mm-hmm.
I also think not for the last time in history. I think they went to war thinking it would be over very quickly.
That old nugget.
That old thing, which never happens anymore. Big countries don't make that mistake anymore. That lesson was learned so long ago. I got a bunch of wayward farmers over there. Just send the Royal Navy. We'll be done with that in a week.
We'll go in there, relieve them of their leadership, and it'll be over. They'll be looking to make a deal.
The reason this whole study came up was more than 250 archaeologists and anthropologists collaborated to compile DNA from 10,000.
Does that mean they had orgies together? Is that what that's collaboration? They're calling it?
While they were compiling DNA
Here you go,
from 10,000 sites across Europe and Asia.
They compiled data in their collaborations. Okay. There's a lot of fancy ways to say the same thing.
A big ginger orgy.
That's what it is.
A gorgy.
Gorgy.
Yeah.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
Gorgeous, mate. That sounds like British slang. She's gorgy.
Oh, she's gorgeous, isn't she?
You got
hey, when your mama ginger?
She is now.
While you're here, it's not enough to talk about for a full segment, but Meghan and Harry are out there somewhere.
They're in Australia.
Okay. it is really
talking about mental health and therapy.
I know, but everything, like, he gave a speech, and it's all about how we're victims, like him and his wife. It just, I don't know.
She says she's the most trolled woman in the last 10 years.
Because she
troll
brought
person.
It,
most trolled person. Yes, I know.
Brought it upon herself.
I know. I thought the same thing.
It's like, nope, there's never any kind of, like, responsibility whatsoever. What about all the stuff that you said and that she said about your parents and your family, and that there was racism? She said there was racism, but she never said who the person was. And when you don't identify who the exact person was, that means a little bit of a cloud hangs over everybody's head. And Meghan Markle, the humanitarian, is just happy with that. That's fine. The reason that she's not popular is because people have seen her type before. It's not always a woman. Quite often it's a man. You've seen this type before, who uses somebody else's fame to get to where they want to go. And then they end up completely destroying the person's back that they jumped up on. And now the platform is not worth it at all. But they still show up, and they I don't know what it is. They act like there's, like the way that the king is going to come here in a month or so. Like, they act like it's a big deal when they get off the jet in a new place, and there should be people there, giving them presents for, like, based on what? Like, what? They're not
like
speaking.
they're dignitaries or something.
Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. They fly around the world acting as if they're dignitaries, but dignitaries representing whom?
Yeah, they didn't want that, apparently. They didn't want to be dignitaries.
Except they book it. Yeah,
except they did want it.
They wanted it. She convinced him that they could do it here, and he'd be able to have the same life, but with freedom away from England and all of that. And she felt like she could maneuver, the Hollywood and everything to make them that. But there's nothing.
It was him too, but I just hate to put it all on her.
Well, it's him because he's, he didn't stand up and go, all right, shut up. I'm going to live my own life. It's like people who blame the war on Israel. Yeah, maybe so, but Trump had to say yes, so I'm blaming him.
True or false? Repainting the exterior of your home is a giant pain.
Very true, which is why so many people love Rhino Shield.
One exterior coating, up to 25 years of protection, backed by warranty.
No chipping, peeling, cracking, or that dreadful repainting your home every 5 years.
And it helps insulate your home, which can reduce your energy bills.
Get a free quote at RhinoShieldGA.com.
Don't paint, don't vinyl, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Skip the spring cleaning and sell your home hassle-free with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Hi, it's Chris Chandler. The spring real estate market is in full swing. Skip the hassle of listing your home on the market and sell your home with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Don't worry about the inconveniences of selling your home. The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate makes the home selling process seamless and stress-free. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Visit my friends at Tara Fine Jewelry Company in Beaufort. This is Scott Slade. They specialize in exquisite handcrafted fine jewelry and natural mined diamonds, never mass-produced. It's where I've been doing business for over 25 years. Tara Fine Jewelry Company in Beaufort.
This is Andy Harris, president of Coosa Valley Credit Union, inviting you to come see us for your auto loan needs. If you're buying a car or refinancing your current auto loan, at Coosa Valley Credit Union, you'll get one of the lowest interest rates in the market. Now, auto loan rates are as low as 2.99 APR when you open an account with a direct deposit. Coosa Valley Credit Union is local and nearby in Northwest Georgia. Plus, you'll always speak to a real person when dealing with us. That's what we call kinder banking.
Contact 706-235-8551 for more details. Equal Opportunity Lender.
It's not just about great prices. It's about how you feel when you know with great confidence that you're being taken really good care of. Come see why Georgia made us #1. Beaver Toyota coming. I'm not kidding. We're going to wow you.
Mike Rowe here with another fun fact. If your concrete is cracked or uneven, you can actually lift it back up. Whether it's a sinking driveway, a patio, or a sidewalk, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys. They're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to lift your concrete slabs. Schedule a free inspection with AquaGuard, a groundworks company.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk. News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 4 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by D. Geller & Son Jewelers. Our top local story, firefighters on the scene of a big apartment fire in Cobb County this afternoon. There's extensive damage to the Concord Crossing apartments on Woodsong Way.
It was reported as a kitchen fire that had spread to the deck when we first got the call. But we are going to investigate.
Lieutenant Steve Bennett with the Cobb Fire Department says when firefighters arrived, there were flames shooting through the roof. There are no injuries. He says 8 units have heavy fire damage and another 4 have smoke and water damage. Another fire at this same complex back in February killed 3 people, including 2 children. Cobb firefighters had to rescue several people from the burning building in that fire. It is 88 degrees in Atlanta. Do we have any rain chances tonight? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. The man accused in a shooting rampage at a Midtown Atlanta medical office in 2023 is found competent to stand trial.
I hit the floor, hid for my life.
A survivor says Dion Patterson snapped the day he was unable to be seen in a Northside medical office during what his mother called a mental break. After 3 recent mental exams, his attorney says Patterson is fit to help in his own defense. He's charged with shooting 5 women, 1 fatally. A Fulton County judge pencils in June 1st for a murder trial, though lawyers say they have conflicts already on the books. The judge understands but calls it a priority to get the case on the docket, not just for the defendant, but for the victims' families. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
South Fulton police are investigating after a woman is found shot and killed in the 3700 block of Cascade Road. No arrests have been made yet. We're working to learn details about the shooting, including information on a possible suspect. President Trump says Iran is ready to negotiate an end to the war.
Just so you know, Iran wants to make a deal, and we're dealing very nicely with them. We've got to have no nuclear weapons. If we do, that's a big factor. And they're willing to do things today that they weren't willing to do 2 months ago.
The president says the U.S. Navy's blockade of the Strait of Hormuz is helping push Iran to the bargaining table. The war in Iran could have a major impact on international travel. Fatih Birol, the head of the International Energy Agency, is sounding the alarm about a shortage of jet fuel.
In Europe, we have maybe 6 weeks or so jet fuel left.
He calls it the largest energy crisis we have ever faced. European energy officials say if oil doesn't flow through the Strait of Hormuz soon, air travel could be affected. A new Health and Human Services facility opens in North Fulton County today.
The building will have essential health services like wellness screenings and testing for residents, as well as a new older adult program with transportation to and from the facility on North Point Parkway. Commissioner Bridget Thorne says having support for residents in this part of the county is important.
Really, for a lot of these services, 380,000 people that live up here in the north had to drive to Sandy Springs.
She hopes nonprofits and local organizations can opt to use the available office space here. Mary Ryan Howarth, 95.5 WSB.
Mayor Andre Dickens cuts the ribbon today for the Beacon at Cooper Street, which is part of the City of Atlanta's Rapid Housing Initiative. It uses modular construction to create fast, permanent housing for the homeless. With this, Atlanta has officially reached its goal of 500 rapid housing units, a major milestone in moving residents into stable and supportive places. We are hearing today from the crew of Artemis II after their history-making trip around the moon. Astronaut Victor Glover speaking today at NASA's Johnson Space Center in Houston.
We are bonded forever. I mean, that's the closest 4 humans can be and not be a family. So it was just an amazing adventure.
The crew of 4 returned to Earth last Friday following a 10-day trip splashing down off the California coast. It is now 4:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic starts with Alex Williams.
Rough start to the afternoon in Cobb County, Bill. 75 southbound. A lot of brake lights leaving Highway 5 Canton Road connector, trying to get down to I-285 in Truist Park. A little bit better news, though. The earlier fire department activity involving a tractor-trailer has cleared 75 south between Windy Hill and I-285, so hopefully those delays will start to shake out, but just be mindful. It's still going to be a slow ride through Marietta. 85 northbound out of DeKalb into Gwinnett. Those brake lights are filling in as well from Chamblee Tucker Road showed up into Norcross. Heads up into DeKalb County, looking at police activity, shutting down both directions, completely shut down. Covington Highway, this is between Young Road and Miller Road. Traffic is being diverted. I see police, fire, EMS all on this scene here. A couple alternates you can use to get around that. Think about Snapfinger Woods Drive or I-20 as your alternates. Checking the ride through downtown, it's Isabella Rodriguez.
Things are busy right now heading into Midtown, especially on 75 southbound before Northside Drive, exit 252. Those delays stick with you through the Midtown area, past North Avenue, exit 249 by the Georgia Tech buildings, and it's the same story on 7585 northbound, starting at Langford Parkway, exit 243, through Freedom Parkway in the Grady Curve. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Fair skies this evening, but rain showers a possibility after midnight into early tomorrow morning, lows in the mid-60s. Tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy and very warm, climbing to a high near 90. Saturday, partly cloudy skies, high 89.
83 in Mableton, 87 in Conyers and Alpharetta. More news at 4:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 2, if you're scoring along at home, of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. That's some audio we'd like to listen to. This, I don't know. It's been so normal in America lately. We don't usually get a lot of strange stuff out of the government, but today, actually, it's a little less today than usual. But there's always bizarre stuff. Now, what is going on with RFK Jr.? I'm only sort of.
Well, you were right. This book was written by somebody else. It's a collection of his diaries and stuff.
Yeah, how did this... Do we know how this author... I apologize, I should know this myself. How this author got this material of
I am not
his
sure.
diaries? Because I can't imagine that this story is one that... So he made a note of this in his diary. That's why it's in this book, right?
Correct.
And the idea is that that he chopped off a raccoon.
A dead raccoon.
A dead raccoon.
If that makes a difference.
Well, it does, because if you're chopping off the penis of a live raccoon, it's different. We want everyone to know that the raccoon was dead, and then he took it back to his place for scientific research. Is that basically?
Yeah.
And he's done this with other animals too. Apparently, he is considered an avid animal genitalia researcher.
Wait, isn't this what Jeffrey Dahmer did? Like collect bits of roadkill and take it back?
Well, he kept them in his refrigerator.
I want. You got to keep the raccoon's penis has to be refrigerated, otherwise it's not going to be around for very long.
Here's a little background. The biography is titled RFK Jr. The Fall and Rise by New York Post investigative journalist Isabel Vincent. So on November 11th, 2001, in a diary entry, he was a lawyer then, he wrote about driving on Interstate 684 in New York with his wife and kids in the car. He spotted a road-killed raccoon, pulled over, got out, cut off its penis so he could study them later.
Now,
Now, she obtained the diaries years earlier, in 2013 or something.
Okay, so so he was asked about this, and he just kind of like laughed and kept walking. Right?
Secretary, what did you do with the raccoon's dead penis? Where is it now?
Now, I have
somewhere very safe.
Wouldn't you like to know?
I did. It's kept somewhere very safe.
It's very safe. Safe. Very safe.
Warm and
Very
dark.
will not be ruined by sunlight anytime soon.
Yeah.
So there's a part of me that knows enough, like almost has too much information about the world to where I can say, all right, yes, 99.5% chance this is as weird as it sounds. But Ben Franklin did this kind of thing. Now, you could say you don't have to do it these days because we've advanced and you can just go to college and learn about these things. Many early scientists, if you would have walked into Ben Franklin's basement, you would have thought, from modern eyes, you would have thought, oh, this is the first Friday the 13th movie. Like, it was, because they did these things and they did the dissecting themselves and then they wrote in journals. Also, in the late 60s, I think, early 70s, David Lynch did this kind of stuff. He tells a story about when he was in Philadelphia. His father was like a straight arrow. He was like a forest ranger or something. And his father came to visit him in Philadelphia, and he had an area downstairs where if he saw like a dead cat, he would take it and he would dissect it and, all this other stuff. And he showed it to his father like he was proud. Look what I'm learning about the world and stuff like that. And he realized at the very end, his father was like, son, maybe it's time for you to come back home for a little while. So my dad, I can't do his voice, he walked away with a very different idea of what. So do we put him in the Ben Franklin or David Lynch?
Well,
I
he
don't
put
know.
a dead whale on his car while the guts and blood were dripping on his kids.
Don't forget the bear in Central Park in New York.
Oh, yeah.
So he's
just leave it here.
Well, it would make sense if he
If he was a scientist, he said, "Hey."
Yes, if he were some sort of scientist,
or if he came up with a cure for rabies or something,
An inventor.
he was researching raccoon penises and came up with a cure for rabies.
Something.
Then you go, hey,
Thank you for doing that weird work. That is weird.
Here's sort of an explanation. He once wanted to be a veterinarian, and raccoons, like many carnivores, have a baculum, a penis bone, which some people collect as curiosities. Mountain man toothpicks.
That doesn't account for the bear guts that he had on his roof,
Whale guts. It was a bear that he left in Central.
Bear.
No, he had a bear he left in Central Park.
Whale was
the guts.
Right.
That were
I collect mountain man toothpicks. And I'm selling them in my TikTok shop.
Do we have that?
No, we're not carnivores. We're omnivores.
No, you have blood.
Oh, well, I don't even know what it is. I'm just asking. So you're saying is they get aroused through one.
They have a bone to help
one
keep
bone.
A real
there. Right.
bone.
Whereas we do the blood flooding to one area thing.
Raccoons.
Yeah, I like our thing better because then it can go away when you don't need it.
Yeah.
Maybe
these raccoons, they're very interesting. Maybe I'll start looking into this.
I think RFK Jr. was trying to create some kind of super animal, some kind of whale, raccoon, bear
hybrid.
If you really want to know, I was trying to come up with a natural alternative to Viagra for erectile dysfunction. Now, we can't have a bone, but we can learn from it.
Oh, my. I just, anybody who sees a dead raccoon and thinks, research. Are you affiliated with a college of any kind?
Dad, not again.
A university of some
You can
kind?
come to my house. I see one every other day. Go by my garbage can. When I come
but it's
outside.
alive. You can't,
not for long.
Can't be tearing that.
Let me see
Yeah,
that.
you need to get
thing
that hillbilly toothpick or whatever you call
The
it.
hillbilly, the mountain man toothpick. Are these?
What if they really picked their? Yeah, gotta get
That makes sense because they probably would kill it and eat it and use its fur and all of that, and then it's like, hey, what am I going to use this bone for?
Yeah.
Pick my tooth.
It's like, well, I tell you what, that was a big old steak.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need that raccoon bone.
It could also be a coyote too, believe it or not. The
that's a
mountain man
carnivore,
toothpick. Yeah, it can be a coyote.
See, I would think you get a bigger one from a coyote. I don't know a lot about biology than from a raccoon. I'm thinking.
What would expect? Yes.
Well, one would expect.
Your eyes may be deceiving you. I mean, raccoons are small, but they're fat.
Oh.
So they might have a little more girth.
They have like beer can stuff
I
going
think
on
so,
down
yeah.
there.
Say they're packing.
A little more,
Where's
yeah. Coyotes,
Coyotes more of a...
They're wiry and sinewy skin.
Yeah, they're on the
Not
go.
sexy at all.
No.
And they're like fast. They're in and out.
Yeah.
Wham bam, thank you, man.
Oh, this is amazing. Moonshiners traditionally used these mountain man toothpicks to guide liquid from a still. So they would use
that makes sense, too.
bone's shape to kind of
look
like
at that.
guide the liquid
I
down.
was
Listen.
getting involved in making my own corn
You know
liquor.
what? You know
That's
what?
right.
That's
We
the
need to
time.
be doing more of this,
That's
honestly.
right. We need to be using everything at our disposal. And there was a time,
I
now,
want that chicken beak. I don't want just the breasts.
Yeah.
I want the beak. I want the talons.
Now
I can,
when I want chicken beaks, I just go on Amazon and order them. That's not the right way.
no, I want the whole chicken.
Yeah.
Mountain Man toothpick pop-up shop on the distillery on the line.
Man, he's one hell of a, I don't know, RFK, man. You look at his whole life.
Well, all the
It's just
FKs,
pure of,
like,
yeah, but his is slightly different. The others ones are like, yeah, they were using their power to get laid. That's a story that's as old as, power and getting laid. But
just
this
after
guy,
them though, like the curse of the Kennedys.
well, yeah, but this guy, he has got some odd.
You should see what the Shrivers do.
just like when he was, there's stories, like you can look at any time RFK Jr. and there are wild stories back in college. Because there are people that went to college with him that were on the same dorm floor that are, they're like aging reporters now. Because he went to Harvard.
Right.
So a lot of the people that were around him are very successful. And they tell stories. He was the guy who was like the pot and cocaine connection. Can you imagine going to college and the guy that you're getting your pot and cocaine from, he's your dealer?
Well, his grandpa was a bootlegger.
Well,
so
I guess
that
it does
tracks.
make sense. It does make sense.
It's in the blood.
We got a lot of good stuff out of the boot. I mean, people like the Kennedys, so they got the Kennedys. We got NASCAR out of it.
Yeah.
We got some stuff out of, and NASCAR was great until 10 years ago.
Like everything else.
I don't know. They weren't taken over by private equity, but for some reason the quality has gone down.
One more thing about Mountain Man toothpicks here in the folklore
Wow,
area.
you're really.
I'm fascinated. I had no idea about
He's
this.
gonna get himself a raccoon.
I am not going to look at a raccoon the
Next
same
time
way.
I come here, I'll sit down with you and tell you all about it.
I'm ready, RFK Jr. It's apparently this Mountain Man toothpick is considered a good luck charm in many Southern traditions, specifically for gambling or in love spells. It is a tradition.
Love
spells.
That's how I got Cheryl. I crushed
How
it.
about I'm going to get old Henry to make love to me?
I didn't know that it meant that it was just going to make raccoons want to have sex with me. I didn't understand the potion thing.
I'll take whatever.
I can't shake these raccoons everywhere I
It
go.
goes even further, guys. It says it is a tradition in some areas to present a cleaned, decorated Mountain Man toothpick to a potential girlfriend.
Oh,
I've got many.
You
in
go
my
out
day.
with me, honey. I got this raccoon penis.
Hold
going.
on, let me take a closer look.
Look at it. It's
it like-
clean.
Oh, this is a beaut.
Is it like the Scottish? Don't they have that the wooden spoon thing? Well, you make a spoon.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. For
Ours is very different because the spoon isn't from a penis of an animal.
It's fresh ripped.
Yeah, I only know that because the band Badfinger has a song based on that. Good afternoon, Alex Williams. Alex Williams says 285 is getting crowded through DeKalb.
Hey, good afternoon, Eric and the Doctrinaires as well. Yeah, we're watching the brake lights definitely fill in, starting the heaviest of it in Doraville on 285 East as you get past Buford Highway. Those brake lights are going to stick with you down to East Ponson. Clarkston, looking for new trouble in DeKalb, 20 eastbound before Gresham Flat Shoals. We'll check on that. But outside the perimeter in DeKalb, police activity shutting down in both directions of Covington Highway, right around the Miller Road area and Young Road, so no traffic able to get through there. It is being diverted. Think about Snapfinger Woods Drive or I-20 as alternates. Checking 285 over on the west side, it's Isabella Rodriguez.
West Side Perimeter drivers, things are getting crowded up in Smyrna, starting at around 285 southbound, the outer loop at Atlanta Road. Those slowdowns are staying with you towards I-20, and on 285 northbound, the inner loop down from Langford Parkway up into I-20. Those delays are also stacking up. This report is sponsored by CummonsRecall.com. Recall 6-7 and mobile appointments are now available in your area. They come to you quick and under an hour. Complete the recall to get $500 plus a warranty worth thousands. Schedule at CummonsRecall.com. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Have you seen the price of gas? Now close your eyes and imagine winning $1 grand to pay for it.
Beginning Monday.
It's WSB's $1 grand for gas.
Listen for the keyword at 8, 10, 12, 2, and 5.
You'll have 30 minutes to enter that keyword at WSBRadio.com or the WSB Radio app.
One lucky listener wins $1 grand for gas.
Your first chance to win is Monday morning at 8.
WSB's $1 grand for gas. From the station that gets you where you want to go. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's free gas station.
Pay to play, sweetheart deals, government land grabs, and a rigged gambling law. Corrupt career politician Burt Jones made a fortune in public office. But it gets worse. Now Jones is in the tank for illegal Chinese vapes. They're poisonous, they're addicting our kids, and President Trump issued a national order to ban them. But just like a career politician, Burt Jones ignored Trump's order and blocked legislation to stop the sale of illegal Chinese vape pens in Georgia. That's right, Jones ignored Trump and blocked the legislation to ban them right here in Georgia. Why? Because the Jones family is making big bucks selling the same deadly addictive Chinese vapes Trump banned in their gas stations. Corrupt career politician Burt Jones. He sold out Georgia for Chinese vapes.
Paid for by Jackson for Governor, Inc.
Scott Slade here to talk to you about your health, and I think it's real important to talk about what is most likely to kill you. Heart disease is the #1 killer of Americans, and the older we get, the more prevalent it is. But you can reduce your risk. Eat right, don't smoke, exercise, and be informed about what's going on in your own body. Like lots of potentially serious health problems, if you catch heart disease early, you vastly increase your chances of living a longer life. And that's where virtual imaging comes in. Virtual imaging scans take less than 10 minutes and screen with 98% accuracy for heart disease. Other scans, including brain and full body, are available too. Virtual imaging is locally owned and operated in Atlanta for over 15 years, so they can make you this terrific offer. A complimentary heart scan for you and your spouse with a few minimum requirements. So don't put this off. I've done it. Call Virtual Imaging today for your free heart scan. 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-7226. Or visit their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
Why is Channel 2 Action News Georgia's #1 morning news? Unmatched coverage of local breaking news. First on the scene, working sources, getting the facts, and showing you the impact. Channel 2 Action News this morning, starting at 4:30.
I'm Channel 2's George Estevez. When stories break, they unfold in real time. We have multiple reporters live in your neighborhood, so when it matters most, you know how it affects your family. Channel 2 Action News every day at 4, 5, and 6.
This weather won't last forever. Soon summer will be here and you'll go from always shivering to always sweating. And if your AC barely made it through last summer, Castile Cooling's here to fix any HVAC issue now. And for a limited time, get a precision tune-up for just $79. But if you're in need of a new system, save big with up to $2,000 in free comfort upgrades plus 0% interest financing. So start now and avoid getting stuck with season passes to Sweatland. Book CastileAir.com today.
Are you struggling with weight gain, high cholesterol, constipation, warts, or kids who seem to be constantly sick? Hi, I'm Sue Becker from Bread Beckers with Sue's Healthy Minute. I have a degree in food science, and for more than 30 years, I've studied the incredible health benefits of real whole grains and bread. Come visit us at the Bread Becker store in Woodstock, where we can teach you how to make real, delicious bread, a healthy, easy, affordable solution for your family that can change your lives. At Bread Beckers, we offer in-person and online cooking classes. Come check out our complete line of grains, beans, sweeteners, other natural foods, and top-of-the-line kitchen equipment and more. We'll teach you how to make your own real bread that might be the answer to your family's physical ills. Take the first steps to a healthier life. Visit breadbeckers.com and listen to Sue's Healthy Minutes podcast to make a healthy eating change in your life. Visit breadbeckers.com or our Bread Beckers store in Woodstock.
We're learning a lot more about apparently RFK Jr. is not alone in his fascination with raccoon penises. And then we dug even deeper and we found all these other products. Like you can buy these things on eBay and Amazon. You can buy raccoon toothpicks.
Etsy.
You can make little crafts
out
of raccoon.
Opossum stuff.
What is the opossum skulls?
This is the one I found. It's the medium beetle cleaned opossum skull.
Cleaned by the beetles.
Oh.
George, have you finished? George, have you finished? I got Ringo back there cleaning his skull. I haven't finished it yet. Oh, I got to finish cleaning
Ringo, we need the skulls.
I can only do what I can do.
That's so wild.
That's where Rocky Raccoon came from.
Yeah, apparently. We have all of these, like apparently there's a big fascination with the what is this thing called? I don't want to keep on saying raccoon penis because coyotes.
Baculum.
The baculum.
Or a mountain man toothpick.
Yeah, and the coyotes have them as well. These things are available.
For a gift.
Online. For a gift.
It's my favorite gift I ever got.
You can buy, one preserved North American opossum feet, borax cured.
Oh, good. That's the only way I want them.
Yeah.
Cured in borax.
That way they don't run. They don't. They don't dissolve. They don't deteriorate. What happens?
Here's a possum skull
Maybe
that for some
bleached,
reason
kind of.
somebody put a leather bondage mask on.
All right, now we're talking.
Okay, that's for entertainment purposes
Yeah.
only.
Let's go.
Well, that opossum's got to be thinking, well, you never know where you're going to end up. Down there in somebody's BDSM dungeon.
I'm not going to give up until I get a panda bacula.
Let's start talking about that. What do you? Okay, everybody's got a freak flag, but you got to think RFK Jr.'s got a really big one.
Oh,
really big one.
Or he's just so out there
Yeah.
that maybe he's kind of his is on display. Like
Yeah.
he doesn't have to hide it.
Like maybe
So
he's
maybe he has
actually
nothing to hide.
You know, there is that whole thing where sometimes the girls who are most provocative,
Yeah.
like out of the bedroom, and then you think, oh, that must be, and then it's like, actually kind of boring once you get behind closed doors. So maybe it is that sort of thing where it's like he's so out there with everything that in reality he's just kind of a bore.
Think about what's her face's husband, who's like a straight laced family man, and then he's putting balloons under his shirt.
That's right.
And,
I was wondering how, like, if
being a bimbo.
because there's some indication he wants to go trans, and I was just thinking about like trans people who are like, oh, that right wing lunatic's coming to our. All right, I guess we have to let him in. He's married to that bitch.
Maybe they'll get
Can't
divorced.
stand her. Still, it's the ex. We gotta have the. Well, how open-minded are you, trans community? Are you willing to accept the former department head of ICE, her husband? Are you willing? How open-minded are you, trans community? This is what we want to know. You want to give stuff away?
I'm feeling generous. Any Mountain Man toothpicks?
2 tickets to the Australian. Two plus. Are we all? We're not giving away the Mountain Man toothpicks.
I think Tim's whittling away right now.
Yes, sir. I'm over here doing it. I'm taking care of that.
2 tickets to the Australian Pink Floyd show on Sunday, July 26th at Synovus Bank Amphitheater at Chastain Park. Be caller number 10 to 404-872-0750. Tickets are on sale right now at Ticketmaster.com. Alex Williams says there's a crash on I-20 in DeKalb.
Busy day in DeKalb, Eric. This crash, I-20 eastbound before you get to Gresham Flat Shoals, exit 63, blocking at least one lane. Those delays behind it stretch back to Glenwood Avenue. Also, don't forget in DeKalb County, heavy police activity shutting down both directions of Covington Highway between Young Road and Miller Road. Use Snapfinger Woods Drive or I-20 as your alternates. What's I-20 looking like over on the west side, Isabella Rodriguez?
Well, West Freeway drivers will run into some slowdowns on I-20 eastbound past Thornton Road, exit 44. Those delays stay with you all the way towards 285. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, maker, or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDL.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Dave Baker here for my deck experts at Ben Hill Renovations. Still dragging your heels on that new deck? I get it. You want to make sure you find the right builder. You want Ben Hill Renovations. From their superior craftsmanship to their workmanship warranty, they are your one-stop shop when it comes to upgrading your outdoor living space. Visit their showroom or see them on the web at bhrenovations.com and schedule a free design consultation at your home. Ben Hill Renovations, creating raving fans since 1964.
In a time when everything feels political, one place must rise above it all: the courtroom, where the law rules and integrity matters. In 2020, Georgians came together, electing a justice who believes in protecting our courts.
I'm Georgia Supreme Court Justice Sarah Warren, and here's what I believe. I believe in the rule of law, the separation of powers, and a judge's limited role to interpret the law as written. I believe in a nonpartisan judiciary, impartial judges who don't advocate for political positions or outcomes. I believe in deciding cases without bias or favor, treating everyone with dignity and respect. As a justice on your Supreme Court, I've upheld these values. With your support, we'll maintain the integrity of our courts.
Vote to re-elect Justice Sarah Warren. Vote early starting April 27th or on Election Day, May 19th. Paid for by Georgians for Justice Warren, Inc.
When the dollar's convertibility into gold ended in 1971, gold was fixed at $35 an ounce. Fast forward to today, and the U.S. dollar has lost over 85% of its purchasing power. Meanwhile, gold has increased in value by over 12,000%. Central banks are buying gold at record levels. Major firms are holding significant positions in gold. And I choose to buy gold from Birch Gold Group. Stan Bongino, and it all starts with education. Birch Gold just announced their Learn and Earn Precious Metals event. This free online event rewards you for learning the basics of investing in precious metals. Sign up to get free silver on your next purchase if you qualify. And you can get even larger incentives as you go. The more you learn, the more you can earn. But act now. This special event only runs through April 30th, so text my name Dan to the number 989898 to join Birch Gold's Learn and Earn Precious Metals event by April 30th. Text Dan to 989898 today. Message and data rates may apply.
For your home to be truly healthy, it needs to be bug and critter free. Who knows what germs they bring in? Ugh, a healthy home is a Breda home.
Breda, Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Hoffman Financial Group. Our top story, an optimistic tone from President Trump today. Correspondent Linda Kenyon reports from the White House. The president says the U.S. and Iran are close to making a deal to end the war.
The president depicts the talks in a positive light.
I think we have a very successful negotiation going on right now. And I think it'll be, if it happens, it'll be announced fairly soon.
Specifically, he says Iran has agreed to this key point.
They will not have nuclear weapons.
In addition, Trump says Iran has agreed to hand over its enriched uranium.
They've agreed to give us back the nuclear dust that's way underground because of the attack we made with the B-2 bombers.
But the president also said if there is no deal, fighting will resume.
President Trump also says Israel and Lebanon have agreed to a 10-day ceasefire. It's due to take effect at 5 o'clock today, Eastern Time. 86 degrees in Atlanta. Could we see some rain tonight? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. A big fire in Cobb County today does extensive damage to the Concord Crossing apartments on Woodsong Way.
When we arrived, there was fire showing on the second floor, the third floor, and it was already through the roof.
Lieutenant Steve Bennett with the Cobb Fire Department says 8 units have heavy fire damage. Another 4 have smoke and water damage. There are no injuries. It was reported as a kitchen fire that spread to a deck. Another fire at this same complex in February killed 3 people, including 2 children. The man accused in a shooting rampage inside a Midtown Atlanta medical office in 2023 is found competent to stand trial. The ruling from Fulton County Judge Eric Dunaway today clears the way for Deion Patterson to stand trial, and it reverses the judge's previous ruling. The trial now scheduled to begin June 1st, nearly 3 years after Patterson allegedly shot and killed 1 woman and injured 4 others inside a Northside Hospital clinic. 38-year-old Amy St. Pierre, and mother of 2, was killed in the shooting. A lab worker is in custody after an identity theft investigation in Villa Rica dating back 3 years. Sergeant Spencer Crawford with Villa Rica Police says 2 victims saw charges on their credit cards they did not approve after visiting a local medical lab office.
It totaled about $1,300 worth of stuff, and it was everything from Victoria's Secret to DoorDash to a variety of retail establishments.
Investigators find Takea Bradshaw had taken photos of the cards in the bathroom while working there. She is now in the Carroll County Jail. The number of people working in Georgia reaches a new record.
The Georgia Labor Department says the size of Georgia's workforce hit 5.45 million in February. That's an all-time high. February employment also reached never-before-seen levels at 5.25 million. Labor Commissioner Barbara Rivera-Holmes says that means more Georgians are working and contributing to our economy than ever before. The sectors with the biggest gains include healthcare and social assistance. Meanwhile, Georgia's unemployment rate stands at 3.6%. That's 0.8% lower than the national average. Cheryl Castro, 95.5 WSB.
The U.S. oil industry is on pace to do something it hasn't done since World War II.
U.S. crude oil exports are expected to hit a record high in May at more than 5 million barrels per day, according to oil research firm Kepler. That would put the U.S. on track to become a net crude exporter for the first time since 1943, as nations around the globe try to replace supplies that have been clogged up in the Persian Gulf.
Money reporter Jason Brooks says U.S. crude imports are currently at record lows. Trader Joe's agrees to a $7.4 million payout to settle a lawsuit. The class action suit accuses the grocery store chain of violating the Fair and Accurate Credit Transactions Act after some customers received receipts with the first 6 and last 4 digits of their credit card or debit card. Impacted Trader Joe's customers will need to file a claim to receive their portion of this settlement, which is estimated to be just over $100. Customers have until June 9th to file a claim. It is now 4:34 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple Team Traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Busy day in DeKalb County, Bill. Got this crash working. DOT says at least one left lane block, 20 eastbound before you get to Gresham Road, Flat Shoals Road. That's exit 63. That's stacking the ride up back toward Maynard Terrace and Moreland Avenue. Trying to get onto I-20 in DeKalb County via 285 northbound. Heads up, right lane crash right at I-20, exit number 46. And a nasty crash shutting down Covington Highway between Young Road and Miller Road. Traffic being diverted there. Use Snapfinger Woods Drive as your alternate. Slow one through downtown, Isabella Rodriguez.
Crowded in South Atlanta on 75-85 northbound, starting at around Langford Parkway. That's exit 243, all the way through Freedom Parkway in downtown. And heading into the Midtown area on 75 southbound, right before Northside Drive. Those delays start, and they don't ease up until you reach around North Avenue, exit 249 by the Georgia Tech building. From the Trustdale.com Traffic Center, next report in less than 10 minutes. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Partly cloudy skies for the ride home this evening, but a few pop-up showers possible after midnight into early tomorrow morning. Lows settling into the mid-60s. Tomorrow afternoon, sunny skies and very warm, climbing to a high near 90. Saturday, a mix of sun and clouds. Morning lows in the 60s. Daytime high 89.
Right now, it's 87 in Peachtree Corners, 88 in Hiram, 84 in East Point. More news at 5 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Former Speaker of the House Newt Gingrich is strongly endorsing conservative Rick Jackson for governor. Here's Newt.
Few fought harder for President Trump than me, but nobody will fight harder for you than Rick Jackson. I've known Rick for over 20 years. He came from nothing, built a real business, and saved thousands of lives through his conservative Christian organizations.
America First warrior Newt Gingrich strongly endorses conservative Rick Jackson.
Like Trump, Rick is a once-in-a-generation leader. And like Trump, he can't be bought, he won't be intimidated, and the corrupt insiders know it. That's why they're scared. Rick will freeze insane property taxes, cut income taxes, and he'll fight for you, not the insiders. Join me in supporting my friend, Rick Jackson.
Stand with conservative Newt Gingrich and vote for the conservative outsider, Rick Jackson, for governor.
Paid for by Jackson for Governor, Inc.
The Steel Horse Law name strikes fear in the heart of big insurance companies. We make them pay.
Running a small business means juggling a lot. Your network has to handle it all. That's where a fiber-only provider falls short. You need a partner who gives you a greater advantage. Introducing the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A first-ever combination of the largest, fastest fiber-powered network, the most reliable Wi-Fi, gig speeds with equipment and security included, and a 5-year price lock. Plus, it's all backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. The Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A new standard for small business with reliability, security, and savings in one. Switch today. Get started with a great offer as low as $60 a month. When you add it all up, no one does business like Comcast Business.
Offer ends 6/1/26. New customers only. Requires 300 megabits per second internet and security edge. 1-year agreement, eco-bill, and autopay required. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
Operation Midnight Hammerhead. Have we had a dumber person?
Hammerhead? I think it's just hammer.
No, I'm saying.
Oh.
Pete Hegseth is a hammerhead.
Oh, he's hammerhead.
That's what I'm saying. Follow me for a moment.
All right.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong.
I am dubbing it Operation Midnight Hammerhead,
Okay.
given that Pete Hegseth is the...
Must have hit himself in the head with a hammer.
Well, somebody hit him in something. I don't know what. Or he was just born that way. Like, was it Madonna or Lady Gaga?
Lady Gaga.
That's
Yeah,
right.
same
It was a
She
ripoff
was
of a
born
Madonna.
this way.
Yeah, it was a ripoff of a Madonna song.
That's still amazing.
It might be, but you like the ideas of it. But the music was just lifted.
What was the Madonna song?
I
Don't go
Express
for
Yourself.
A second
Express
best
Yourself.
bit.
Yeah, it was Express Yourself. And as a longtime Madonna fan, I'm not having it.
No.
Okay. You sound pretty upset.
Congratulations to Ken Latz of Cumming. Won 2 tickets to the Australian Pink Floyd show on Sunday, July 26th at Synovus Bank Amphitheater at Chastain Park. Tickets are on sale right now at Ticketmaster.com. So, Hegseth, who just apparently, I mean, he's horrible at his job. That's obvious. Part of his job is messaging. And it's one thing to be able to look at him in his job and say, oh, he's not good at that. He doesn't know anything about that. He's not a leader of men. But he's always going on about how he's so much better than you are because he's a Christian. And this guy doesn't know anything about it. He doesn't know anything about Jesus Christ. He doesn't know any, and he doesn't seem to understand that he's really an Old Testament guy. You know, that's God is angry and he's gonna
fire and
he's
brimstone.
gonna fire and he's gonna whatever. Whatever you think about it, the New Testament is a different testament, and it quite often Jesus Christ says, that's the way they thought then, but I'm here to tell you it's this way now, and very different. And people can follow whatever they like, but he does not. This idea, Pete Hegseth's idea of Jesus Christ as a soldier. There's nothing from Jesus Christ himself that would make you believe that. That's just
lock and load.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, nothing. But beyond that, so and I don't know. I don't know if it's true. I didn't follow up enough on it. He's a Calvinist, right? I think he's a Calvinist.
Is he really a Calvinist?
He's well, I think
that's
he's known,
predetermination or predestination.
Yeah, I think he's known as a Calvinist, and I saw a thing on YouTube, and who knows if this is real or not. It wouldn't surprise me if it is. It was like some people from his sect of the church, and they have a podcast, of course, because everybody has a podcast. And there's this scene that's out there where the guy is like, "Women just need to shut up. That's the way God wants it, and they need to just shut up because they're messing everything up." I was like, and I didn't. It's said that this was like Pete Hegseth's personal pastor. I don't think that's true. It might be that they're just both involved in the same sort of movement or sect of Christianity. But he makes a fool out of himself. Listen, you would expect because it would be, we don't want our armed services to be a religious-bound outfit. We don't want them to be crusaders. That's not their purpose. So it would be frightening if your Secretary of Defense, sorry, MAGA, I'm just going to call it what it's going to be called in 2029, Secretary of Defense, it would be scary if he really knew his stuff on religion and, you go, oh my goodness, the Secretary of Defense, he believes that my tax money pays for a military of crusaders. That would be frightening. But what's doubly frightening is he doesn't even understand Christianity itself. The other day he asked people to pray at the Pentagon, and he gave a prayer that is inspired out of Ezekiel, and it wasn't exactly the same words as the prayer that Samuel L. Jackson gives over that guy in Pulp Fiction, but it's much closer to Samuel L. Jackson's version than the Bible's version. So basically, he's my guess is this. Somebody tweeted this to him, right? It's probably, and he's not smart enough to go, oh, no, I know Ezekiel. That's not, let me go look. Maybe I'll use the real thing, but not this. And whoever tweeted it to him had taken the Pulp Fiction prayer and changed it around a little bit. And it's just it's so embarrassing.
It's embarrassing.
It's just embarrassing. Now,
this person's in charge of things.
Yeah, if he would have said, you may have seen a film called Pulp Fiction. Yeah. I would like to paraphrase. He didn't do it. He just did it as
everyone pray.
Join me in this prayer.
Yeah, give the credit where credit's due.
He doesn't know. That's my point. He doesn't know. Somebody sent it to him online probably, and he's like, oh, that looks good. And he himself, who will pretend that he's some sort of biblical scholar, doesn't know enough about it to, oh, yeah, I kind of remember Ezekiel. This is great. And it also shows, this angry God that Pete Hegseth follows, which is fine. You can follow anything that you want to follow. That's the point. In America, you can believe and follow anything you want, almost. But definitely of the established religions, you can follow whatever you like. But if you're going to go out there and talk about it all the time, you can't betray the fact that you don't even know what you're talking about on that subject.
Grok says it's the military unit that he was specifically addressing.
Yeah.
They use that.
Okay.
And they gave him a card with that on it to read. But who knows if that's
doesn't
even...
know. My point is,
but you're right.
He doesn't know. Listen, he was a weekend anchor at Fox News for how long? I started out on the weekends, right?
You sure did.
The idea is, we'll start you out on the weekends if you've got anything that but how many years was he on that Fox and Friends Saturday? And they never gave him a primetime show. Nobody ever looked at this guy and thought, hey, we need to put this guy, get rid of Laura, whoever, what's her name?
Ingram?
Laura Ingram. Yeah, we got to get this guy in there. He's so good. That never happened.
7 years? He was on there
7 years on the weekends.
20...
Okay, I am in broadcasting. 7 years on the weekends means they thought about giving you prime time and decided not to. So he didn't even impress the people that he was working for. I mean, good enough to stay on the weekends.
He thought he was going to get Tucker's job.
Probably.
When Tucker got fired.
Probably. I don't know. But the guy just does not know a damn thing about a damn thing. It's embarrassing. It is just embarrassing. And it's funny though, like with Trump lies so much, and we know this, that I didn't think that was Jesus. I thought I was a doctor. Okay. That's just a straight up lie. But strangely enough, because he has no filter, Trump actually sometimes reveals truths that no other president would. He just did it. I don't know who he was talking to, but they were talking about it's either it was China, Iran, one of these adversaries, and the fact that they're hacking our stuff. And Trump said, yeah, they're doing it to us because we're doing it to them. Like, I have been arguing for that to be part of the reportage when it comes to Iran's hacking this, or Russia is behind this hack on Microsoft, and China is like, I have no problem because that really is happening and it's the truth. The problem that I have is there is no context because our media never says, well, this is just going on all the time and we hack them way more and we're better at it than they are. It's always, the presentation is always like, man, America's this innocent walking through the streets and just trying to get to where they're going, and these horrible people keep hacking them. And the context is everybody's hacking everybody and nobody's better at it than us. And you damn well we better be for $1 trillion a year for the military and then the budgets for the intelligence agencies. We better be better at it. And so I've had this complaint for a long time. And finally, just Trump the other day just says, oh, yeah, they're hacking us because we're hacking them. Well, thank you.
We do it too, whatever.
Of course we do it. That should be part of the context of don't you think that the way that the stuff is reported, if you didn't really look into it, you think, well, we don't do this because we're good. But all these other countries that are bad are doing it. Our allies are doing it to us. Everyone's doing it. Alex Williams says 75 is slowing in Marietta.
That's right, Eric. Seeing some brake lights actually in both directions. Let's start northbound. We're 75 northbound. Looking good leaving 285. But those brake lights are going to find you North Marietta Parkway, and they're going to stay with you up past 575 until you get up through Kennesaw and Ackworth. And southbound, it got put into slow motion earlier with some tractor-trailer trouble around Windy Hill. It's long gone, but the ride is still on the brakes from South Marietta Parkway down to 285, 400 northbound. Toughest part of that is from 285 in Sandy Springs up to Northridge Road. Then a few more scattered brake lights about between Alpharetta and Cumming. Checking I-85 in Gwinnett County, it's Isabella Rodriguez.
And the ride is stacking up in Gwinnett County on 85 northbound. It's slow out from 285, and that doesn't ease up until you get past Beaver Ruin Road, exit 102. And we're also watching a slow ride on 85 northbound in Suwanee at Duluth Highway all the way through Lawrenceville Suwanee Road. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustSale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Topical.
And then it hits me, and I'm like, this is a freaking AI lady.
Local.
Green's resignation is going to shrink the Republican majority in the House.
Getting you through your morning.
How does that work?
Mark Arrow.
You've got to be kidding me.
Mark Arrow.
Tomorrow at 9 a.m.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
When a company works in your home, you find out fast if they're the real deal. Chris Chandler for the people I trust in my home. TE Certified Electrical, Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. They're fast, friendly, and fully stocked, highly trained, true pros that keep me informed and fix it right the first time. I just sit back, relax, and let TE Certified handle everything. They're the real deal.
TE Certified, we love of your home.
It's your money. Get it sooner. All you need is direct deposit with a checking or savings account at Coosa Valley Credit Union. This is Andy Harris, president of Coosa Valley Credit Union. Not only can you get your money sooner, but we believe in kinder banking where you deal with real people in person. So come see us.
Did you know Rhino Shield is guaranteed to last 5 to 7 times longer than paint on your home?
That's right, honey, and it's backed by a 25-year warranty.
Improve your home's curb appeal and forget about painting for over 25 years. Visit rhinoshieldga.com.
Express yourself with the car you want from Jim Ellis.
Express yourself.
I'm Stacy Ellis, Vice President of Jim Ellis Automotive Group. Your vehicle is more than transportation. It's a reflection of who you are. And when you're ready to express yourself, it helps to have choices. At Jim Ellis Automotive, we're proud to be Georgia's largest family-owned automotive group, offering more than 5,500 new, certified pre-owned, and pre-owned vehicles. See them all at jimellis.com.
Express yourself.
Whether your style says luxury, performance, family adventure, or rugged capability, we have the perfect vehicle that fits you. And with the Jim Ellis Expressway, you can shop the way that fits your lifestyle too. It's the quick, easy, and convenient way to buy a car. Find the vehicle that helps you express yourself. Visit any of our 21 convenient locations across Metro Atlanta or shop from home at jimellis.com.
Express yourself.
Jim Ellis Automotive, where you can always expect the best.
So many homeowners are looking for ways to access their home equity without touching their low rates on their first mortgage. This is Scott Slade. Well, MyLand has home equity loans for just this reason. That's right, it's not only possible but very popular to have a second mortgage. So many homeowners are turning to these home equity loans to help pay down high-interest credit cards, student loans, home renovations, the list goes on. I've been talking about the guys and gals at MyLand for years, and if you have questions about home financing, these are the ones you want to call. I trust them with all my home needs, and you should too. Home equity loans, refinance, purchase, or reverse mortgage, MyLand can do it all. Find out if a home equity loan could be right for you. Call MyLand. 770-817-2000. That's 770-817-2000. Or online, it's myland.com. Spelled it M-I-L-E-N-D. NMLS and Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee 148769. Located at 8995 West Side Parkway, Alpharetta, Georgia 30009. MyLand is an equal housing lender.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at radiodirect.com/privacy. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out. Consult a doctor prior to use.
Wow, you look amazing. What have you been doing?
I'm sure you've heard of Ozempic, Wegovy, and the other GLP-1 medications, right? Well, I found this great company called Zelfie. If you qualify, their providers can prescribe medications like Ozempic and Wegovy and other GLP-1 medications that are 80 to 90% less expensive, all 100% online.
I can get GLP-1 medications for 80 to 90% less and do it all online? No doctor's office or pharmacy?
Yes, Zelfie can provide semaglutide or tirzepatide, the active ingredients in Ozempic and other expensive GLP-1s, but for 80 to 90% less and shipped directly to your door.
How do I get started with Zelfie?
Just send them a text.
Text SALE to 797979 to get started today with Zelfie. Get the same active ingredients in Wegovy or Ozempic, but for 80 to 90% less and 100% online. Don't wait. Text SALE to 797979 for a link to your exclusive offer. Text SALE to 797979. That's SALE to 797979.
These statements and products have not been evaluated or approved by the FDA for weight loss.
A little more on Hegseth. You know, on top of his just overriding incompetence and ignorance, there's a very annoying extra element with him where it's the dumbest guy in the room and he's always lecturing everybody else in the room. Like, the dumbest guy is the one with the most arrogance, and everybody else in the room, he just doesn't give a press conference without, like, he sees himself as a mini Trump. So every press conference, you know, it's I'm sparring with the press, and now you're the Pharisees. I've proven already I don't understand the Bible, but I'm going to keep on referring to it. And, you know, it's just like when you got to sit there because of his position. You know he's the dumbest guy in the room. Just give us your press conference. No. The dumbest guy in the room has to lecture everybody else in the room and show how smart he is. And his whole thing every day is, I think you could just break it down to, I'm better than you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm me. You're the press. I'm the greatest Christian who's ever lived. You're not. I understand how war's done. You don't. And I recognize, and I'm going to tell you every day, that you're too stupid to know how lucky you are to have me here. So I'm going to tell you why everything you've ever thought all of your life is wrong. And me, the dumbest guy in the room, I figured it out. Now Trump is asking people if Vance is doing a good job with
How's
his
he doing
talks
over
in
there?
Iran.
He didn't do so well the first time. Hopefully he does better this time.
Also, the Secret Service has refuted what Erica Kirk said. The reason that she didn't show up in Athens with J.D. Vance, there was no threat. Now, some people say the threat was during travel, and that was on her end, not the Secret Service
People were
end.
posting the route online on where she would likely take when she would go to the airport.
Right.
So they were posting that like online on their socials and stuff, and I think that's where a
Yeah,
lot of
I
people
think
were
that
freaked out.
probably happens to people all the time these
Probably,
days. I would
yeah.
imagine it's probably
Maybe she
part
knew
of it.
no one was going to be there.
I think
Yeah.
that she was smart enough to know. And here's the question. When she appears at these Turning Point USA rallies or whatever you want to call them, services, but do they usually sell out? Was J.D. Vance the reason? The question is, are TPUSA get-togethers like this on campuses in the last few weeks or the last couple of months, have they had trouble with attendance? Or is this a one-off and she realized, people don't like J.D. Vance, no one's going to be there? It's a very interesting question to me. Are they having trouble with attendance everywhere they go? Or was it just because J.D. Vance was there that the attendance was low? If that's a fact in an SEC southern town, I'd say he's probably not going to be the next president of the United States. Alex Williams says there's a crash jamming. What?
It's a crash jamming on I-20 into Cab. They're
What is that?
jamming.
They're jamming.
They're jamming.
Alex, I don't pretend to understand that, but I know that you will clarify.
The crash is jamming up the ride on I-20 into DeKalb County. Yeah, it's I-20 eastbound. We've been watching this one for a while, Eric, and it's still in the left lane right before Gresham Road, exit 63, and unfortunately that has slowed the ride leaving downtown Atlanta. You can always use Moreland Avenue, or Memorial Drive, I should say, if you'd like as an alternate. Crash investigation still has Covington Highway completely shut down in DeKalb County between Young Road and Miller Road. Snapfinger Woods Drive or even I-20 is an option there. And we finally got some better news in DeKalb County. Isabella Rodriguez.
Progress in Dreed in DeKalb County. That crash on 285 northbound, the outer loop before I-20. It was blocking a right lane, but now all lanes are back open and the delays in that area are improving. This traffic report is brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the trustdale.com traffic center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Leaving your home unprotected from termites is just tempting trouble. Hey, it's Mark Aaron with Matt Breda of Breda Pest Management.
75% of Georgia homes do not have termite protection, but termites are the most destructive bug of all. They eat 24/7, 365. They have no days off.
Get termite protection from Breda, and your rate is locked in for 10 years.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Pay to play, sweetheart deals, government land grabs, and a rigged gambling law. Corrupt career politician Burt Jones made a fortune in public office. But it gets worse. Now Jones is in the tank for illegal Chinese vapes. They're poisonous, they're addicting our kids, and President Trump issued a national order to ban them. But just like a career politician, Burt Jones ignored Trump's order and blocked legislation to stop the sale of illegal Chinese vape pens in Georgia. That's right, Jones ignored Trump and blocked the legislation to ban them right here in Georgia. Why? Because the Jones family is making big bucks selling the same deadly addictive Chinese vapes Trump banned in their gas stations. Corrupt career politician Burt Jones. He sold out Georgia for Chinese vapes.
Paid for by Jackson for Governor, Inc.
Not only are uneven concrete surfaces around your house eyesores, they can be serious tripping hazards. AquaGuard's concrete lifting solution is just what you need. Go to aquaguard.net today and set up a free inspection. Remember,
AquaGuard. Curb appeal. It's not a competition. Maybe it is. When you want your home's exterior to look dazzling, trust the Plus. Painting Plus.
Hi, it's Charlie, owner of Painting Plus. See pictures of the dazzling exteriors we've crafted for your neighbors. Just go to our website and click recent projects.
Locally owned Painting Plus. The plus means anything and everything exteriors at the highest quality. Your complete exterior solution.
Trust the Plus. PaintingPlus.com.
Linda Beaver here. Buying a pre-owned vehicle is a big decision. It should feel exciting, not overwhelming. That's why at Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, only the best vehicles earn a place on our front line. Each one is carefully selected and inspected. Quality isn't negotiable. One property, 2 trusted brands, over 700 pre-owned vehicles. From a $5,000 starter car to your dream car. We have options for every budget. Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, the safest place to make a big decision.
See the fastest road racing in America, Moto America Superbikes at Road Atlanta, celebrating 50 years of superbike racing with Mission King of the Baggers V-Twin Racing, April 17th through the 19th. Visit MotoAmerica.com for tickets.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk. News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 5 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Southern Exteriors. Our top local story: 2 months after a deadly fire, the same Cobb County apartment complex goes up in flames.
This was an intense fire, absolutely. Our crews performed masterfully.
Lieutenant Steve Bennett with the Cobb Fire Department says there's extensive damage to the Concord Crossing apartments on Woodsong Way.
We had 8 apartment units heavily damaged by fire and an additional 4 that have significant smoke and water damage.
He says when firefighters arrived, there were flames shooting through the roof. There are no injuries. Another fire at this same complex in February killed 3 people, including 2 children. It is 87 degrees in Atlanta. A few pop-up showers possible overnight. And when a cold front arrives to cool us off, meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. This just in, President Trump nominates Dr. Erica Schwartz to run the Atlanta-based CDC. Schwartz previously served as Deputy Surgeon General in Trump's first administration and served as a Rear Admiral in the Coast Guard. In a social media post, Trump says she is incredibly talented, adding that she is a star. The CDC has been without a permanent director since last August. A big ruling today in the case of a deadly mass shooting in Midtown Atlanta. The accused gunman is ruled competent to stand trial.
The crime rocked Atlanta in 2023.
They heard a number of gunshots from upstairs
and kept the metro tense for hours during a manhunt. Now, Dion Patterson's attorney says after 3 more psych exams, he believes his client capable of assisting in his own defense. Patterson is charged with shooting 5 women in a Northside hospital clinic, killing 1. Angry he couldn't get an appointment for needed meds during what his mother said was a mental break. A Fulton County judge pencils in June 1st for the murder trial. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
South Fulton police are investigating after a woman is found shot and killed behind a shopping center in the 3700 block of Cascade Road. No arrests have been made yet. Police say they are interviewing potential witnesses and collecting evidence as they try to find the killer. A key part of the Atlanta Beltline is now open. Here's a report all new at 5 o'clock.
This 1.2-mile section of the Southeast Trail is part of a larger segment connecting from the Krog Street Tunnel to Boulevard Southeast. Beltline President and CEO Clyde Higgs says this is a major step forward for the overall project.
This is the segment of Beltline that is going to really connect communities.
Officials say that with this new segment, there's now more than 14 miles of trail, and they're on track to have nearly 18 miles completed in time for the World Cup. In Southeast Atlanta, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
A $25 million facility brings wellness and human services to residents in North Fulton.
The building on North Point Parkway packs a variety of services into one place. One of the new opportunities for Alpharetta residents is a senior center.
They'll be providing day services for seniors, as well as just general senior events will be hosted here. We'll have a cafeteria in the back so we can serve some meals.
Commissioner Bridget Thorne says the County Board of Health and the Recovery Treatment Court will be working here. Funding from the state of Georgia will eventually bring a behavioral health crisis center to the facility. Mary Ryan Howarth, 95.5 WSB.
President Trump says Iran wants to make a deal to end the war. The president says Iran is willing to do things today they weren't 2 months ago. He says a deal could happen pretty quickly.
We're dealing very nicely with them. We've got to have no nuclear weapons. If we do, that's a big factor.
President Trump says the U.S. naval blockade of the Strait of Hormuz is one of the drivers pushing Iran to the bargaining table. The Artemis II crew says it's bonded forever after their record-breaking mission around the moon.
We launched as friends, and we came back as
best friends.
Mission Commander Reed Wiseman is joined today by his 3 crewmates at the Johnson Space Center in Houston. The crew returned to Earth last Friday night following a 10-day trip, splashing down off the Southern California coast. It is now 5:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now it's live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins with Alex Williams.
It is nothing but brake lights through downtown Atlanta, Bill. 400 southbound, you're going to slow around Lenox Road, close to a half hour to get from there just down to I-20. 75 stacks in around Moores Mill, and 75, 85 northbound is not any better. Those heavy delays take you from Langford Parkway. Those won't find much relief northbound until you make your way up past Peachtree, Pine Street. And we're also watching a big jam on I-20 trying to get out of downtown, Isabella Rodriguez.
That's right. In East Atlanta, we're watching delays on I-20 eastbound, where a crash before Gresham Road, exit 63, is blocking 2 left lanes. Those are slowing down your ride back towards Glenwood Avenue, so you'll want to use Memorial Drive to avoid the slowdown. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official air conditioning of Atlanta. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
A few clouds passing by this evening, but staying dry for the ride home. Temperatures tonight settling into the mid-60s. A few pop-up showers can't be ruled out between midnight and the early morning commute, then drying out for tomorrow afternoon and quite warm as temperatures climb to close to 90 degrees. Another hot day on Saturday, partly cloudy, morning low 62, afternoon high 89. A cold front will arrive early Sunday morning, bringing widespread light rain showers for Sunday, then drying out in the afternoon, cooling down to the upper 60s to low 70s.
Right now it's 86 in Tucker and in Marietta, 84 in Hampton. More news at 5:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 3 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now.
Come on, Eric, show that excitement there. You look like you're upset that it's hour 3.
I'm not upset. I'm
Come
very
on,
happy.
Be excited it's hour 3.
Well, it means we're closer to the end of the show. And you know me, I would like to do this show all day, every day. And when I don't do anything after the show's over. I go home and I sit in the dark and I think about everything I got wrong and then what I can do tomorrow about it. That's all that happens. So when I get to hour 3, it's like, oh boy, my day's almost over. So yeah, I can. I just want to do this all the time.
It's a 20-hour before your Josh Allen cut out and talk to him. And
Josh and I have a conversation every once in a while. He's busy. He's a
busy,
new dad.
But
he's a new dad.
His spirit lingers in everything that has his image
absolutely.
on it.
Yeah, and he says he says to me all the time. He says, Eric, no matter what they say, you and I, we're winners.
Okay, good.
That's all you need.
Thank you. That's all I need. That's
What more do you need?
That's all I need for my
You
cardboard.
need a wife, family, friends.
No.
You ever give it a hug?
My wife talks to the cardboard cutout of Josh Allen more than I do. So
she probably yells at it.
She's not a male. She's not. No, she loves him.
Okay.
She loves him, and she can't figure out. She can't figure out if she loves him in a romantic way or like he's her son and she's protective of him. She told me it goes back and forth.
Depending on if you're home.
That makes sense.
But there are times, like if he does something really good, she'll just say, "I love that man," and I have no jealousy because I love that man as well. We would all love for our love to be consummated with confetti one day,
right? And a trophy.
With a trophy, but the love is there no matter what. Us Bills fans recognize that for some reason we're like the unchosen people. It's like God pointed to us and said, you are not chosen to win anything really, really big. But it'll be exciting. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Well, it seems like we're in the same club as y'all. As Falcons.
The Falcons? No, it's true. You've only lost 2 Super Bowls, though.
Yeah.
Kids. Yeah.
28-3 was pretty awful.
Kids.
Yeah, kids.
Lose a couple more Super Bowls, then come talk to me.
But the way we lost that
you
last
had 18 years in between.
Dude.
We did 4 in a row.
Dude, we lost one by an inch.
Yeah.
And started the whole dominoes. That was the first one.
I don't know. First overtime Super Bowl ever was ours, and we lost.
Yeah, well, it's not good.
We're on the struggle bus together.
But I would say to Falcons fans, which, by the way, is my second favorite team, Atlanta Falcons, so it's probably not good having me in your fan base at all, given, my history with sporting teams. But I would say, Falcons fans, that was miserable. but you ain't gotten anything close to the misery of being a Bills fan. It almost becomes part of it.
Yes.
You know, the part that bothers me as a long-suffering Buffalo Bills fan is that we never got the – remember all those years that the Chicago Cubs didn't win? Wasn't it like 100 years they didn't win the World Series? And they called it
it was the goat curse or something like that, right?
No, I don't know what it was, but this fan base was beloved by the nation. Like being a Cubs fan was seen as like something like having good character. Like you could have decided to go with a winner, and you decided to be a Cubs fan or stay with the Cubs, stick with the Cubs. And there was almost like an appreciation of the Cubs fan. Curse of the Billy Goat. And for a Bills fan, it's always like, why are you still what, you think you're ever going to win? It's funny to watch you people. It's kind of like that. I always, why don't we get that Cubs fan, sort of like.
You go a little bit longer. The Cubs curse was 108 years. For you guys, how long have you been in existence?
The Cubs never went to 4 World Series in a row and lost them all right? There's a matter of heightened tragedy here. I don't even know why we're talking about. Oh, it's the love of Joshua Allen.
Who helps you?
Who helps me on a nightly basis.
Yes.
As I, what do they call it? Not
decompress.
Decompress.
You should get it laminated so you can take it into the hot tub with you.
Yeah. We can talk to each other.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you dress it up for different holidays?
Only Christmas.
Or like if you're having a party, you put like a lampshade on it?
At Christmas time, of course, he's wearing a Santa hat, and I put Christmas lights around around him, his whole thing. He gets into a Christmas.
Like he should have some bunny ears on right now.
Yeah. Look, first of all, the reality is, this is what happens. When as a Bills fan,
making pregnant for Mother's Day,
we have that last that last horrible game where everybody feels miserable at the end of the season, as every season ends. Ceremoniously, we take the Josh Allen cardboard cutout, we get it out of the room where we watch the games, and he faces the wall for 6 months in a different room. And it's kind of like, hey, you'll have your day again. You'll come back out when it's time. But no, I'm not sitting there with a Josh Allen cardboard cutout in my room with me all year long. No.
Maybe that's what's wrong in your life.
Yeah. Maybe it is. I don't know. But he ain't won no Super Bowl yet.
Let's say they're onto something. Tim and Autumn are onto something by laminating him and putting him in the hot tub, have more conversations with him. I think that's smart.
When your wife goes out of town, which she does frequently, slide him in the bed with you.
Cut a hole in him.
You get a glove.
I think I might not be surprised if I slid into bed and found out the cardboard cutout was already there with my wife.
What are you doing home?
I thought you were with Shelley.
Hey, I feel like everybody is in the mood for an on this date in history.
Yeah.
I feel like the room wants it.
Absolutely.
On this day in 1962, legendary newsman Walter Cronkite made his debut as the anchor of the CBS Evening News, except it wasn't called the CBS Evening News yet, and it wasn't a half of an hour.
How long was it?
It was 15 minutes long. And then he was there for 19 years, earned him the title of the most trusted man in America. Now, did he deserve that? I don't know.
What was it called if it wasn't called CBS News?
It was called...
It's called 15 Minutes. I got you.
He succeeded Douglas Edwards to take over 15 minutes because later it was just called the newscast.
The news.
Just called the news.
15 minutes of news or something. Then they so hey, Autumn, being the queen of trivia of Crofton, Maryland.
Yes.
You should. This is a good one for you.
Okay.
So he took over on this date in 1962. Walter Cronkite. Who did he succeed? Whose job did he take? Who was sitting in that chair before Walter Cronkite? And the answer is Douglas Edwards. That would be a stumper. Do you even get into stuff that's that old, or is that just considered too hard?
Yeah.
I mean, there must be some level. You want people to be able to get the answers, right?
No, we have stuff, it's hard because like the old heads complain that I have too much pop culture, and then the young people are like, I don't understand what that is. I wasn't alive.
Yeah. By the way, when it comes to knowledge, you don't have to have been like,
I know that's what I always tell them.
I know who Alexander the Great was. It turns out I was not alive.
Yeah, I
don't think
was
he was
not
so
alive
great.
for Casablanca, but I know what that is.
Right. So it's kind of a thing that been happening over later generations where it's like, well, if it happened before I was born, why should I know about it?
Yeah.
Don't talk to me about the Big Bang. I wasn't there.
We definitely have a generational thing here because I get an email every day with like what the day is and how you should remember it.
Yeah.
So again,
Today is Wednesday.
It says here, today is
what's it, Wednesday? Bad AI?
No, I just like any day.
Okay, all right.
Why can't they just tell you whatever day it is?
You just reminded me. That was a lot like my conversations with ChatGPT. Hey, happy Wednesday. Okay, you got that wrong, but we're going to let that go.
I know you have to give it a sense of time. You have to be like,
no, you
okay, it's 6 hours later.
Yes. No, it thinks.
It doesn't understand whether you're talking just a second ago or
2 days ago.
Yeah.
You have to say, it's a new day, and I'm wondering about this.
Uh-huh.
That's how smart it is. It's going to take over the world.
So what do you get, Jared?
So you mentioned Walter Cronkite. What year was it that he came on the air?
This date in 1962.
1962.
2 years before I was born.
So this is how you can tell there's a generational thing. The email that I got says that today is wear your pajamas to work day.
Yeah, well, that goes to show you.
Yeah.
We had people like this, like Walter Cronkite, to talk about.
Wear your pajamas to work today.
All right, here's the other one. Sony is looking at making a Walter Cronkite biopic. Oh, and listen,
boring.
It will be boring, and it also will be because news people love to. What's the word I'm looking?
Sensationalize?
It'll be a hagiography. They see themselves as saints, and so it'll be boring that way. My question is, and I've brought this up before. I was sick when I was in Florida during Christmas period of time, probably 20 some odd years ago, and so while everybody else, I was in the bedroom because I didn't want to make everybody else sick. It was around Christmas, and there was a series of tapes from the History Channel. And I think these were about World War II, and it was all narrated by and hosted by Walter Cronkite. And at the very end of this series, it was like a 5 or 6 part series, Walter Cronkite comes on and he's talking about, post-war and how do we get to a world that is where we don't have wars like this. And he said, I personally believe in a one world government. I swear to God, he said this on this. I don't know that he's known for having that point of view. It's not like, oh, Walter Cronkite, he believes in a one. I only ever saw it because I was sick and I watched this series of VHS tapes. And I don't know if people recognize that he believed in a one world government, which I think is absolutely absurd. Your idealism has to be off the charts to believe. I mean, look how hard it is to run the state of Georgia with all these counties. Like, you're going to run the entire world with one government is just ridiculous. But will that be covered? Because obviously that was something he believed. My guess is it's not going to come up. I just wonder why it's not a known thing about, like, did he just let it slip out? Had he been drinking that day? And I'm going to let everybody know.
New world order.
Yes. Alex Williams says 20 East is slow out of downtown.
All due to this travel advisory crash out in DeKalb, Eric, 20 eastbound just before Gresham Road, exit number 63. 2 left lanes are blocked, and it is bumper to bumper back to the downtown connector. Memorial Drive will save you some time there. New crash, DOT says, I-20 westbound in DeKalb before Panola Road in a left lane, and a crash investigation has Covington Highway shut down. Going to be that way for a while between Young Road and Miller Road. Continue with your alternates such as Snapfinger Woods Drive. It's been a slow afternoon on I-75 northwest of town, Isabella Rodriguez.
Marietta drivers, you will run into that slowdown on 75 southbound right at North Marietta Parkway. That's exit 265, and those slowdowns stay with you all the way down towards 285. And on the northbound side of 75, those slowdowns are at South Marietta Parkway into Kennesaw. This report is sponsored by Whole's Food Market. Shop at Whole's Food Market and save 30% on 7th generation select household cleaners, laundry, and dish soap with Prime through April 21st. While supplies last, shop in store or online. Terms apply. From the TrustSale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic. Next report in less than 10 minutes, 95.5 WSB.
You know WSB gets you around Atlanta with our Triple Team Traffic.
And now WSB's Grand for a Gas helps you pay for it.
Beginning Monday.
It's WSB's A Grand for Gas.
Listen for the keyword at 8, 10, 12, 2, and 5.
You'll have 30 minutes to enter that keyword at WSBRadio.com or the WSB Radio app.
One lucky listener wins a Grand for Gas.
Your first chance to win is Monday morning at 8.
WSB's A Grand for Gas. From the station that gets you where you want to go. 95.5 WSB. WSB.
Atlanta's free gas station.
I'm here with Chris Hoffman, the founder of Hoffman Financial Group and host of Money Unleashed right here on 95.5 WSB. Chris, you've talked for years about the importance of having a financial plan in place because it gives us that roadmap for the journey of retirement. That helps us navigate the ups and the downs, when life doesn't go to script. But hey, when can we ever count on life to go according to script?
Yeah, it never does, but we can script it out for you financially. And this is a pretty robust offer that we would present to you today. The first step is you call us or you go to unleashyourmoney.com and click that Portfolio X-ray button or the 401k X-ray. That'll allow us to do about a 10 to 14 page report. We give it to you. It assesses exactly what's included in your financial life, all of your investments. From there, if you want us to take step 2 for you, again, completely complimentary, free of charge, we will build you an income plan to replace your paycheck in retirement. That income plan also includes tax strategies, which are extremely important for people in today's environment. Then, if you want us to take the final step, we can fold all of that into a full financial plan and map it out for the rest of your life or until age 100. All 3 of those offers, completely free of charge, completely complimentary. I would start with that Portfolio X-ray. It'll take us a few hours to generate the report. We do all that behind the scenes. We give it to you in a half an hour, 45-minute meeting. Very valuable information for you to have on your ready and take home with you.
Call the Hoffman Financial Group today, 770-580-2024. That's 770-580-2024 or online at unleashyourmoney.com. Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Hoffman Financial Group Incorporated, Georgia Insurance License number 163546.
You fell in love with her because she's unlike any other woman in the world, so why settle for an ordinary engagement ring you could find almost anywhere? Well, I know a place where you can design your own custom engagement ring. Terra Fine Jewelry Company. At Terra, the styles and designs are endless, and their expert jewelers make it easy to bring your personally designed engagement ring to life. Your bride-to-be deserves more than a cookie-cutter engagement ring, so explore the vast options of custom design rings at Terra Fine Jewelry Company in Beaufort, Georgia. Terra Fine Jewelry Company.
Running a small business means juggling a lot. Your network has to handle it all. That's where a fiber-only provider falls short. You need a partner who gives you a greater advantage. Introducing the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A first-ever combination of the largest, fastest fiber-powered network, the most reliable Wi-Fi, gig speeds with equipment and security included, and a 5-year price lock. Plus, it's all backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. The Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A new standard for small business with reliability, security, and savings in one. Switch today. Get started with a great offer as low as $60 a month. When you add it all up, no one does business like Comcast Business.
Offer ends 6/1/26. New customers only. Requires 300 megabits per second internet and security edge. 1-year agreement, eco-bill, and autopay required. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
Tim just told me he's listening to an audiobook version of the Stephen King's It. Read by Steven Weber?
Yes.
Star of the sitcom Wings?
Yes.
Was that the 80s or 90s Wings? Late 80s?
It was the 90s because I watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it was a good show. I never watched it.
I loved it.
I mean, I've heard.
I
good
loved
things.
it.
I'm not. You loved it.
Famous classic Simpsons line is, "Tonight on Wings." Who cares? Because they were on at the same time for a while.
So it has some controversial moments in it.
Mm-hmm.
And so when did we looked it up? Like this came out in 2016, so
yes.
He's probably reading it in 2015.
He did a 2010 version, and then when they moved to digital, they redid it.
Why?
Because, like you said, there's tape hiss from the original recording.
We can get John Lennon from the 70s, and there's a TV on in the background, and get rid of all of that.
Well, not in 2016.
I guess not. So, so it not only has that very controversial, let's just call it an orgy scene in the sewer.
Yeah.
And we'll leave it, I'm not even going to get into it. But let's say everybody isn't.
None of them are.
None of them are legal.
Yeah.
Okay. There's that scene. And they have to do that to get rid of the monster? Like they have to do that to get rid of the...
They have to do it to get out of the sewers.
Okay.
After they eliminate the monster.
Spoiler alert.
and kind of odd. Kind of, because not odd, but at that time everyone knows that Stephen King was deep into the throes of cocaine.
Yeah.
So sometimes his writing got very strange. Although it is a good book. But you're doing when it comes to audiobooks, I tend to listen to books that I've already read on audiobook.
Yeah.
And I don't really get a good experience if I've never read the book and then I just listen to it on audiobook. But if I really like a book, my inner voice when I'm reading is so dull. I mean, and then he went to the store and it's so dull that when I read something that I really like, then it's awesome to get an audio version that's read well and somebody knows what they're doing and they throw, it's a fine line. I want,
you don't want to be distracted by their voice.
Yeah. And each character, right now I'm listening to my favorite novel, which is The Brothers Karamazov, which I've read a couple of times, but again, with this dull voice. And the person, I don't know who it is who's reading it, but they're just fantastic because each character, and there's like any Dostoevsky, there's a million characters, like each one has a little bit of a different inflection, and some are even maybe a little bit performative, but never too much. Because you don't want to be listening to, "Hi, how are you? I'm your neighbor." And then the banker said, you don't want to be like a children's book, like the way that you have to perform those kind of things. So that's what I find, to me, the best use of audiobooks. I already know I like the book. Now I want somebody who can actually bring it to life in a way that my brain I just don't do that. I don't have separate voices in my brain for different characters.
Some narrators don't
do
that. And there's an author that I like that I've just decided I have to buy his books and read them because the person that's narrating them has one tone for every character and I get lost.
Yeah. That's the critique of Stephen King is that all of his characters in all of his books have the same voice. And once you hear that, now look, he's still a great writer and he's written a bunch of great stuff. But once you hear that, you realize that every book kind of feels like you're in the same room in Maine with kind of the same family of people.
They're all evil.
Alex Williams is checking the ride around 285.
Plenty of brake lights circling the city. Eric, 285 westbound. If you're heading over toward Cobb County out of Dunwoody, you're slow from Ashford Dunwoody Road over to I-75. Not going to have any relief as you go southbound through Smyrna Minings. The tough stuff sticks with you down to South Cobb Drive. You're going to stay sluggish to I-20. Into Cobb County, you're going to take you about 24 minutes to travel 285 east and south from Georgia 400 down to Highway 78, the Stone Mountain Freeway. Left lane crash in the cab, I-20 westbound at Panola Road, and I-20 eastbound still very slow out of downtown, Isabella Rodriguez.
In DeKalb County and East Atlanta, we're watching delays due to a crash on I-20 eastbound before Gresham Road. That's exit 63. 2 left lanes are blocked there and causing delays out of the downtown area, so you'll want to use Memorial Drive to get around the slowdown. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Attention homeowners, your house is leaking money right now. It's not your roof, it's your windows. Old, inefficient windows can cost you thousands and thousands every single year in wasted energy. Hey, it's Ray, founder of Window Comfort, where better windows mean better views and better pricing. And this spring, we're making it easier than ever to fix. Right now, we're doing for a limited time, buy 2 windows, get 2 windows free installation, and no payments until 2028. No pressure, no games, just factory direct windows at real numbers. Built to perform and designed to last. So instead of losing money every single month, you'll upgrade once and you'll start saving forever. So go to windowcomfort.com and schedule your no pressure estimate today.
Better prices, better views. Window Comfort, meant just for you. Window Comfort.
What are you doing every day to support your liver? If you enjoy sweets, fast food, alcohol, or take any medications, that's a vital question to ask. Hi, I'm Sherry Torkas, pharmacist and health author. For over 30 years, I've helped people make informed decisions about their health, especially concerning prevention and long-term wellness. Supporting your liver isn't just a wellness trend, it's a daily essential. That's why I recommend Active Liver by New Nordic. It's made with plant-based ingredients like milk thistle, turmeric, and globe artichoke, herbs clinically studied for their protective and restorative effects on the liver. Active Liver blends traditional herbal wisdom with modern scientific research. Not all supplements are created equal. I trust Active Liver because it's backed by science, meets strict quality standards, and delivers true daily liver support.
Active Liver is available online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com. Or you can find it in stores at CVS, Meijer Grocery, Wegmans, and now Active Liver is available at your local GNC.
Linda Beaver here. Buying a pre-owned vehicle is a big decision. It should feel exciting, not overwhelming. That's why at Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, only the best vehicles earn a place on our front line. Each one is carefully selected and inspected. Quality isn't negotiable. One property, two trusted brands, over 700 pre-owned vehicles. From a $5,000 starter car to your dream car. We have options for every budget. Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, the safest place to make a big decision.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio with our top local story. It is breaking news in DeKalb County this hour. A major road is blocked with heavy police activity. WSB's Alex Williams has the latest live from the traffic center.
Yeah, I've been watching this since just about 4 o'clock, Bill. This is Covington Highway. It is shut down in both directions in DeKalb County. This is going to be between Young Road and Miller Road, and no traffic getting through. Police have diverted traffic around that area. A lot of the surrounding surface streets are very slow if you're trying to get around that, so you can avoid it all. Think about Snapfinger Woods Drive, or if you're trying to leave 285 via Covington Highway, I'd go ahead and just use I-20 eastbound as an alternate, Bill.
88 degrees in Atlanta. Is there any hope for rain soon, and when does it cool off? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. A 10-day ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon is now in effect. Correspondent Linda Kenyon reports from the White House. The president is pleased with the deal.
President Trump says he spoke by phone with the leaders of Lebanon and Israel about a 10-day truce.
I had a great talk with both of them today. They're going to be having a ceasefire, and that'll include Hezbollah.
Iranian-backed Hezbollah militants have been part of the fight with Israel, even as negotiators try to end the war between the U.S. and Iran. The president also says he expects a White House meeting in the next week or so between Lebanon and Israel that will seal the deal.
A big fire in Cobb County this afternoon does extensive damage to the Concord Crossing apartments on Woodsong Way.
When we arrived, there was fire showing on the second floor, the third floor, and it was already through the roof.
Lieutenant Steve Bennett with the Cobb Fire Department says 8 units have heavy fire damage. Another 4 have smoke and water damage. There are no injuries. It was reported as a kitchen fire that spread to a deck. Another fire at this same complex back in February killed 3 people, including 2 children. A lab worker is in custody after an identity theft investigation in Villa Rica dating back 3 years. 2 victims saw charges on their cards they did not approve after visiting a local medical lab office. Sergeant Spencer Crawford with Villa Rica Police says Takea Bradshaw had taken photos of the cards.
Taking the cards out of her purse while she was in the restroom, taking pictures of the front and back, then placed the cards back inside.
Bradshaw facing 9 counts of identity fraud and 1 count of financial transaction card fraud. The 2 incidents happened in 2023, but she is now in custody in Carroll County. DeKalb County Police asking for help finding a missing man who goes by the name of Alex. Officers have used drones and a helicopter and other methods to try to find Albert Waugh since he walked away from the South Stone Mountain Road area in Lithonia earlier this week. Now they're urging anyone who might see him to contact police. They say the 5'7", 140-pound man has a slight drag to his right foot and is known to enjoy climbing things like trees and water towers. We posted his photo on our website and the WSB radio app. Georgia's workforce reaches a record high.
State Labor Commissioner Barbara Rivera Holmes says the latest numbers
numbers from February show more Georgians are working and contributing to our economy than ever before. Georgia's labor force and employment rose to record highs of 5.45 million and 5.25 million, respectively. The biggest job gains came in healthcare and social assistance. The biggest losses were in the construction sector. February's unemployment rate comes in at 3.6%. That's up 0.2% from a year ago, but still a lot better than the national rate at 4.4%. Cheryl Castro, 95.5 WSB.
The FBI arrests a woman on its most wanted list in Jacksonville, Florida. Earlier this week, the FBI put out an alert saying 50-year-old Kayshawn Nicola Roper has ties to Georgia. She's wanted for her alleged involvement in a shooting almost 6 years ago in Kansas City, Missouri. It is now 5:34, and it's time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple Team Traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Unfortunately, spending a lot of time focusing on DeKalb County this afternoon, Bill. Travel advisory still active, but there should be picking up the cones here soon for this crash. 20 eastbound in DeKalb, inside the perimeter before Gresham Road. That's why it's jammed out of downtown, Memorial Drive, Glenwood Avenue, a few options there. Then inbound in DeKalb, left lane crash. I-20 westbound before Panola Road, jamming the ride from the mall at Stonecrest. 85 northbound out of DeKalb in Gwinnett County. Toughest part of that ride is going to be from 285 up to Jimmy Carter Boulevard. It's been a slow ride on Georgia 400 into Forsyth County. Isabella Rodriguez.
Forsyth County drivers on Georgia 400 northbound past McFarland Parkway, we're watching some progress. There was a crash on the right lane, but that has just cleared onto the right shoulder. There are still some delays back into Alpharetta, but they continue to improve as the crash continues to improve. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustSale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
A few clouds passing by this evening, but staying dry for the ride home. Temperatures tonight settling into the mid-60s. A few pop-up showers can't be ruled out between midnight and the early morning commute, then drying out for tomorrow afternoon and quite warm as temperatures climb to close to 90 degrees. Another hot day on Saturday, partly cloudy, morning low 62, afternoon high 89. A cold front will arrive early Sunday morning, bringing widespread light rain showers for Sunday, then drying out in the afternoon, cooling down to the upper 60s to low 70s.
Right now it's 86 in Sewanee, 85 in Cartersville, 82 in Peachtree City. More news at 6 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Don't let a DUI ruin your life. Hire the attorney that other attorneys hire. GeorgeStein.com.
Why is Channel 2 Action News Georgia's #1 morning news? Unmatched coverage of breaking major news. In-depth reporting. Showing the impact on your community, family, and money. Channel 2 Action News this morning, starting at 4:30.
I'm Channel 2's Karen Greer. When stories break, they unfold in real time. We have multiple reporters live in your neighborhood, so when it matters most, you know how it affects your family. Channel 2 Action News, every day at 4, 5, and 6.
Coolray is celebrating 60 years of bringing home comfort to Atlanta, and to say thank you, they're lowering their service fee to $60 all month long. Dave Baker here. This means now is the perfect time to get your faulty outlets looked at, your HVAC system tuned up, or that small plumbing issue diagnosed before they become major repairs. For 60 years, Atlanta homeowners have trusted the Coolray name to keep their homes running smoothly. See them on the web at Coolray.com. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at radiodirect.com/privacy. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out. Consult a doctor prior to use.
Wow, you look amazing. What have you been doing?
I'm sure you've heard of Ozempic, Wegovy, and the other GLP-1 medications, right? Well, I found this great company called Zelfie. If you qualify, their providers can prescribe medications like Ozempic and Wegovy and other GLP-1 medications that are 80 to 90% less expensive, all 100% online.
I can get GLP-1 medications for 80 to 90% less and do it all online? No doctor's office or pharmacy?
Yes, Zelfie can provide semaglutide or tirzepatide, the active ingredients in Ozempic and other expensive GLP-1s, but for 80 to 90% less and shipped directly to your door.
How do I get started with Zelfie?
Just send them a text.
Text SALE to 797979 to get started today with Zelfie. Get the same active ingredients in Wegovy or Ozempic, but for 80 to 90% less and 100% online. Don't wait. Text SALE to 797979 for a link to your exclusive offer. Text SALE to 797-979. That's SALE to 797-979.
These statements and products have not been evaluated or approved by the FDA for weight loss.
The new Driving and Crying album. I love it. You should go get it. I don't know how people, you gotta let people know that there's great music. Turn it up a little.
Take a chance. You put one foot in front of the other, take your hand
on and dance. You know, we have to. We're losing bands in this world, I feel like. And if you love bands and bands put out great albums, you need to support them. Crushing Flowers, Driving and Crying.
Is that Peter Buck playing guitar?
I don't know if he's on
one?
that particular song. He's definitely on the first song and the third song because you can really hear him. I'm not exactly sure how many different songs he's on.
A lot of good bands playing this weekend at 420 Fest. So
yeah?
So there's still bands out there. I assure you.
I'm not saying that there aren't. I'm saying there's no. It used to be when you were a band, and you had great new music. There was this easy way. You knew what to do to get that
To
music
go find it.
in front of people.
I see.
And now there's no support for bands in that way unless. They already were. Is that coming back up again on me? I'm sorry about that. So it's on people like me to say, hey, if you love bands and bands keep making great music, what does it matter if you don't go download it or stream it? So it's a great album. End to end, it's a great album. So you, who are a fan of, I didn't realize not just the Atlanta Hawks. What is that? I'm hearing something. Is that you?
Can you hear me?
Well, I can hear you, but I'm also hearing your room. You're like
I don't know. Sorry, I was talking, but there was no. I don't know.
You were talking, but you weren't hearing.
I was hearing. No, nobody heard me.
Oh, what did you say? Anything worth?
I was saying so many things. It was probably the best thing I've ever said.
And just the luck of the draw.
It's the best segment of radio ever.
Yeah,
and it will remain.
It's gone forever.
It will remain in her heart.
Yep.
Where I guess it belongs. So you, my friend, I know that you're an NBA fan. I know you're a Hawks fan.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize you were an overall NBA. This is the guy that the NBA can't figure out how to get. He's watching games of teams that he doesn't care.
I think it's because I've caught...
you're watching the play-in games and the Hawks aren't in them.
I've caught all of the magic from the Hawks, so I'm excited about the overall playoffs. I really think this Hawks team, if they can beat the Knicks in the first round, which is a tough matchup...
You think they're going all the way, win it all?
I think we can make the Eastern Conference Finals. I really do think that.
Okay.
It's just, the Knicks are tough. And so I think that's why I'm into it.
You're watching these play-in games.
And they're all on Amazon.
And you're telling me that they run the same commercial over and over again?
It's horrible. And the Braves are doing it too, by the way.
I have warned people here about our video thing. It's like, I tell anybody who is in marketing or advertising, when you run are these like 30 second or 60 seconds?
It's a 60. I only got 30 of this one.
That's torture. That's torture. Like if you and this happens on online platforms a lot. If you just run the same 60-second commercial, like somebody's watching something that's an hour long or something, and it keeps breaking and you see the same, I will tell you this, it not only isn't effective because you're annoying people, by the third time it comes around, the viewer is angry at the advertiser. Like, you are bothering me so much. And I thought that the idea of advertising is you want to sidle up and say, hey, we're friends, whether you know it or not. But for some reason, when it comes to these online things, nobody has any sense. You're better off not to show it the fifth time. I know you think the more you show it, the more... No, you are losing potential customers when you make them sit through your 60-second Buick ad, and it's the same damn ad. Your Buick. Don't you have a bunch of old ads you can show us?
Something, yeah. Something.
What's the one that's bothering you during the play-in?
Oh, it's horrible. And by the way, the Braves are airing this too on Braves Vision, but this is
they probably buy all across the whole spectrum.
It must be, but it seems like it's super specific. It's the California psychic reading commercial, and I got a little bit of it here.
I got to say, man, for the play-in, they really got the top of I guess Budweiser said no.
I guess not. This is wild. Listen to this here, guys. I have a little bit. I could start and stop this, by the way.
Seeing a guy, want to know if that's worthwhile, if I should just move on.
Lately, I've been contemplating getting my yoga studio started.
All right, I don't listen to the whole thing. I don't want to give them a free commercial.
Well, but after the palm reading, they end up saying this, and they
psychic reading I've ever had.
Gosh, I got everything I can imagine from my reading.
I'm really confident about getting out there and just getting it done.
I'm going to open that yoga studio.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to open that yoga. All of my readings said that I can do anything I want to, and nothing can stop me. Isn't that great? Yeah. And then they took my money. They told me everything I wanted to hear about myself, and then they took my money. It was great. It was the greatest reading
I loved it.
I've ever had.
I'm going to go again. Go back.
I'd rather call Miss Cleo. Is she still
Yes,
around?
I think
Oh,
she's
she's gone. She's gone to heaven.
Is she gone?
That's too bad.
Aye, she's gone to
That's
heaven.
too bad. Too bad.
That's
After
the daddy.
prison.
She was the best. You know,
She was the
here's the thing.
best.
If you are having trouble in your life, you're trying to get things going and things aren't working out. If one of your ideas about jump-starting things in your life is, I need to start with a good psychic reading, you'll never be successful.
Can I give just like a little bit of maybe another side of it?
Okay, you can have another side of it, but no part of that can be that the psychic actually has any clue as to what's
Sure,
going
that's
to
fine.
happen in your
That's
life.
fine.
All right, go ahead.
What if it's a little bit of like a way toward manifesting?
Oh, you mean
know,
like
and
wish
not
fulfillment, you mean?
manifesting in like the magic way, but the
Right.
putting it out there. Therefore, you kind of look for that instead of a negative thing that you look for and only focus on.
I would say that there's something below that needs to be fixed. Like because to me that's still like grasping us. I said this earlier, and I just think it is the greatest advice in the world, and I know it because it's for myself. When I was in my 20s and things weren't going well, and I just, and one of the, I'm going to bring up Ayn Rand here. I'm not like some, objectivist, all Ayn Rand all the
John
time.
Galt?
But Ayn Rand, other than having very long novels, every once in a while would say something that at least would resonate with me. I'm not an adherent, but it would resonate with me. And one of the things that I was reading an essay in the mid-90s, and in there somewhere was the idea that she was telling me that the universe does not care whether you succeed or fail. Now, that might be something that would make people feel lonely and awful. But I was convinced at that time, in my mind, that the universe was actually actively working against me. And when I read those lines, and to me, it was like sweet relief, like, oh, the universe doesn't care either way. And the best way to be successful is to simply identify what the world does and how it does it. And then take some time. And I'm telling you, this does work.
This Ayn Rand was your psychic.
No, she was
it's like
not.
you went to go see the psychic. The psychic said, "Hey, you know what? The universe doesn't care about you."
You got a great reading.
Because Ayn Rand.
Yeah, you did. And then you went back for more.
Here's another thing Ayn Rand said.
The fountainhead.
Here's another thing Ayn Rand said. She said, you can't build a good argument on a faulty premise. And so the faulty premise
not with that attitude,
is that the psychic can know things about your future. That's a faulty premise. So therefore, you can't build anything good on top of a faulty premise.
The psychic said you'd say that.
The psychic can read the stars, which you aren't able to do.
Yeah.
They
and
go to
your
school, right?
And your hand.
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking about psychic reading. I'm thinking more like your hand.
Okay, well they have skill.
Or
There's
your
like
numbers
cards.
and your cards and your all of that.
No, those are real.
Yeah.
I predict.
Yes, the cards are real.
Those are real.
They are made in a place. The cards do exist. Whether or not they're telling you something is up for debate.
Oh, no. You put your energy into them because you split the cards.
Yes.
And then you draw them yourself. And then that gives the person who can read the cards information about, the Three of Cups.
I hadn't
can
thought of it
see
that way before.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you quit talking about these devil devices?
And Ayn Rand doesn't know the hell she's talking about. I'm just saying. Listen, this is what I did when I was in my. I came up with this idea that the world. I thought of it as like the world spinning, right? And it has an inertia and it has an energy. And I've got nothing to do with that. I've got to figure that energy and inertia out and figure out how I plug myself in such a way that it uses that inertia to propel me further. Rather than I'm not wagging my finger at the planet telling it needs to do something different. And I think what I was doing back then was hurting myself by saying, this world needs to change. When I started to get some success was when I recognized the world isn't going to change. I need to figure out how to use the world's natural energy to propel me further.
Aha.
See, my palm reading is saying you're about to toss the traffic.
Oh, you know what? Even a stop clock is right twice a day. Alex Williams has better news on I-20 in DeKalb.
Yep, that crash is all gone. The one that's been jamming the ride out of downtown, Eric, on I-20 eastbound, Gresham Road, I should say, exit number 63. Crash is cleared. All lanes are open. It's still slow, 20 east, trying to make your way through East Atlanta out past Moreland Avenue, but I expect that to get better. Left lane crash into cab still there, 20 westbound at Panola Road, and a new left lane crash is also into cab, 285 eastbound, the outer loop Flat Shoals, exit number 48. What are things looking like through downtown Atlanta, Isabella Rodriguez?
Downtown Atlanta is busy right now, especially heading into the Midtown area, with delays actually starting around Buckhead on Georgia 400 southbound at Lenox Road, exit 2, and on I-75 southbound at Northside Drive. Those delays stick with you through North Avenue, exit 249, and on the northbound side of the connector 7585, delays starting around Langford Parkway all the way up into Freedom Parkway. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Get the WSB radio app.
This story is breaking right now.
Get notifications from your source for news.
If you have the WSB radio app, then you saw the breaking news.
Get the WSB radio app.
Don't miss a thing with the WSB app.
Download it from the App Store today.
At Ameris Bank, we know it's never just business when it's your business. So we're here to be your partner. Whether you're launching a startup, expanding locations, or managing daily finances at your company, you can do it all with a committed financial partner on your side. Our expert business bankers are ready to empower you on your financial journey. We're Ameris Bank, and we're fiercely yours. Find your local business banker at amerisbank.com/businessbankers. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Selling your home doesn't have to feel complicated. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. With Orchard, it's simple. You get cash up front from your current home so you can buy your next one first. No waiting, no juggling timelines, no trying to line everything up perfectly. You move when you're ready. You settle in. You take your time. Then Orchard takes it from there. They handle the repairs, the upgrades, the staging, and the marketing. Everything needed to get your old home sold for top dollar. You don't have to manage the process. You don't have to coordinate every detail. You don't have to stress. And when your home sells, you get the proceeds. Your second payout. It's a smoother way to move, a simpler way to sell, and a better way to stay in control from start to finish. Start with a free home valuation at orchard.com. That's orchard.com.
What's your car worth? Find out now at JimEllisBuysCars.com, the safe and easy way to sell your car. Plus, Jim Ellis will beat any CarMax purchase offer by $500. Sell your car today, fast, easy, fair. For complete details, visit JimEllisBuysCars.com.
Buying a pre-owned vehicle is a big decision. It should feel exciting, not overwhelming. From a $5,000 starter car to your dream car, we have options for every budget. Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, the safest place to make a big decision.
So many homeowners are looking for ways to access their home equity without touching their low rates on their first mortgage. This is Scott Slade. Well, Myland has home equity loans for just this reason. That's right, it's not only possible but very popular to have a second mortgage. So many homeowners are turning to these home equity loans to help pay down high-interest credit cards, student loans, home renovations, the list goes on. I've been talking about the guys and gals at Myland for years, and if you have questions about home financing, these are the ones you want to call. I trust them with all my home needs, and you should too. Home equity loans, refinance, purchase, or reverse mortgage, Myland can do it all. Find out if a home equity loan could be right for you. Call Myland, 770-817-2000. That's 770-817-2000. Or online, it's myland.com, spelled it M-I-L-E-N-D. NMLS and Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee 148769. Located at 8995 Westside Parkway, Alpharetta, Georgia 30009. Myland is an equal housing lender.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Hi, I'm John Ray, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. Getting engaged? So friends, listen up. Shane Company engagement rings are protected with our all-inclusive free lifetime warranty. We stand behind the same quality we've offered since 1929. Our rings are crafted to last. It's why our warranty is the only one that protects your center stone. We also cover repairs, resizings, cleanings, and so much more. That's money you keep for you and your family. Because a friend always has your back. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Speaking about how difficult, I was thinking like the Rolling Stones. When you think about how difficult it is for a rock and roll band with a great new album to get, like it used to be, you get a great new single, great new song on the radio. You got to remember the last Rolling Stones album that came out, Hackney Diamonds, which had a great single called "Angry." Sydney Sweeney was in the video, and it was a song that Rolling Stones fans would love. You were.
Oh my God!
And the River wouldn't add it. So if the Rolling Stones come out with an album with a great new single and rock and roll radio won't add it, because people who love the Rolling Stones all their lives absolutely would turn the radio station if you're playing a brand new great Rolling Stones song. They just
Rolling Stones song sounds really Rolling Stonesy.
Sounded 70s Stones.
I'm not talking about. I'm talking about the one that's out now.
I'm talking about that.
Oh yeah. You're talking about "Angry."
Yeah.
Yeah, the new one.
They have a new one now.
There's a newer one.
Oh, I thought you were saying that this
one.
new one, that they're not like going to put it on.
No. This new one is not meant to be a radio friendly thing. I think it's kind of a bluesy thing, and I don't even think it's the official single. But they call it the Cockroaches, and so it's a little bit different. But when you go back to the Angry thing, it was a great single that any Rolling Stones fan would love. And it was too much of a chant. I don't know, a new song
doesn't test well.
So if the Rolling Stones
tested it,
if the Rolling Stones can't get a great new song on the radio, then if you still love bands and you hear albums that you like, you got to tell people about it and you got to support it. You got to, So there you go. Crushing Flowers, Driving and Crying. Download it. Do whatever you do. Buy your vinyl. Stream. They don't make any money off of streaming, right?
Not much. They do make some.
A penny.
A penny a throw.
Of a cent.
Yeah.
What's the whole album together equals 1 penny?
That's
once you
right.
put all songs together. You think about Blue Oyster Cult. People don't know this. Blue Oyster Cult put a great album out a few years ago. Deep Purple put out a fantastic rock and roll album a couple of years ago. Cheap Trick's putting out great albums. They just never stopped putting out great albums. But for some reason, even people who love bands and love these bands, they just, when it's easier than ever, all you got to do is just go to your iTunes and go, all right, there it is. What is that reluctance? I'm working on that myself on other things. I find that I have a reluctance for new things. And I don't like that about myself. Like, why would I try watching that movie? Maybe I won't like it. I'll go watch a movie I already know I like.
It's odd.
I think
anti-curiosity.
Well, that's what I don't like.
I think it's safe.
It's safe, but
yeah.
I'm a very curious person. And not in the way they say in those magazines.
I think the same way you do when I'm rewatching The Sopranos for the 50th time.
It's like, maybe there's something else that's just as good. I just don't want to take a chance.
Well, that's true.
Well, don't do that with your favorite bands. That's what I'm saying. Alex Williams says there's a crash on 75 at Ackworth.
Yeah, trying to get our eyes on what lanes are blocked here, Eric. Looks to be 75 northbound, right between Wade Green Road and Highway 92. The brake lights stretch back into Kennesaw and Marietta. 75 southbound, that's just been a chore all afternoon with brake lights from South Marietta Parkway trying to get down to I-285. 85 northbound, moderate volume between 285 and Norcross. You're going to bunch up again, though, from Highway 316 in Duluth up to the I-985 split in Suwanee. What are things looking like on Georgia 400, Isabella Rodriguez?
We are still watching some slowdowns on Georgia 400 northbound, all the way from McFarland Parkway back into Alpharetta. That crash is cleared, but the delays are still continuing to improve. And we're also watching slowdowns past 285 in Sandy Springs on Georgia 400. This report is brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Is your financial advisor managing your risk or just a spreadsheet? Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. Many financial advisors rely on target date funds, which are one-size-fits-all portfolios that don't know your name, your family, or your goals. And that passive management can leave you dangerously exposed. At Trajan, we look at the whole picture, not just the stocks everyone else buys, but the private market opportunities most advisors ignore. And as fiduciaries, we build a strategy around you, coordinating your investments, tax strategy, and estate into one cohesive plan. Your financial Financial life deserves more than just a generic portfolio. Real planning isn't a stack of statements. It's the confidence of knowing where your income will come from for the next 30 years. Good enough isn't good enough for your family. It's time for a change. Schedule your complimentary consultation today.
Call Trajan today at 404-208-3300. That's 404-208-3300.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Private equity investments require accreditation. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
You've likely heard talk about rising costs, but here's some good news. Last year, Georgia Power froze base rates to help keep costs steady. And while demand for energy is growing across our state, new large energy users are required to pay the cost to serve them, helping protect homeowners and small businesses. This year, Georgia Power also filed fuel and storm recovery updates that'll lower overall rates starting this summer. Reliable energy, more stability, fewer surprises on your bill. Learn more at georgiapower.com/rate freeze.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. I've been asked many times how Morgan & Morgan became the largest injury firm in the world. I think I know. When someone comes to us for an on-the-job injury, we have a huge workers' compensation practice. But many times we find a defective product that was responsible for that injury. Luckily for them, we have a product liability section headed by my son Mike. In addition to the comp case, there is a product case too. Other times, the injured worker is fired or harassed for bringing that claim. We have them covered. Our employment lawyers handle retaliation claims as well as wage theft and discrimination cases, and in some cases need to file for Social Security benefits. No problem. We became big for a reason. 30% of our new cases come as referrals from former clients. Hiring us is easy. Go to forthepeople.com on your mobile device or computer, or call Pound Law on your cell, pound 529. Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
If you're seeing any signs of moisture in your basement, condensation, damp floors, mold, or wood rot, your basement has water issues, AquaGuard will create a customized waterproofing plan to keep your basement dry. Visit aquaguard.net today. Remember, AquaGuard.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk. News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio, news sponsored by the Lloyd Advisory Group. Our top local story, it is breaking news in DeKalb County. Heavy police activity shuts down a major road this hour. WSB's Alex Williams has the latest live in the traffic center.
That's right, Bill. I'm looking live at the jam cam where Covington Highway has been completely shut down in both directions between Young Road and the Miller Road area. Now, as I speak, I am starting to see some traffic moving in both directions. It looks like police are starting to open up some of these lanes. You might still see a police presence blocking at least a right lane on the westbound side, so it's going to take a while for these delays to recover. If you'd like, you can continue to use Snapfinger Woods Drive or even I-20 as your alternates, Bill.
88 degrees in Atlanta. There could be some pop-up showers tonight. Do we get a break from the heat anytime soon? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. Local election officials watch with concern as the state nears a deadline to remove QR codes from ballots. Here's a report all new at 6 o'clock.
There are many unknowns about what the system could look like for the general election in November, and that worries Joseph Kirk, president of the Georgia Association of Voter Registration and Election Officials.
We're used to always knowing the path forward, and I think it bothers a lot of us to not know, not have a plan for November right now.
He says counties don't have time to think about using paper ballots in November because they're preparing for the May primaries. He's hopeful lawmakers will figure out a way forward. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
A teacher at a Flowery Branch Christian school is facing charges for taking inappropriate photos of students.
Joel Ernest Lelinski is facing charges of taking pictures and recording videos underneath students' clothing. The 52-year-old is a teacher and football coach at the Lanier Christian Academy. He's facing 27 felony counts of using a device to film underneath or through a person's clothing. All of the victims are female students at the school and under the age of 16. The crimes were first reported earlier this month by a victim to school officials who contacted the Hall County Sheriff's Office. They say the investigation is still going on. Michelle Wright, 95.5 WSB.
An intense fire causes extensive damage to the Concord Crossing apartments on Woodsong Way in Cobb County. Lieutenant Steve Bennett with Cobb Fire says when firefighters arrived, there were flames shooting through the roof. He says it's an older apartment building and doesn't have sprinklers, which would have helped.
sheetrock and some construction type things. There is no other thing to prevent the fire spread.
He says 8 units have heavy fire damage and another 4 have smoke and water damage. No one is injured. Another fire at this same complex in February killed 3 people, including 2 children. The man accused in a shooting rampage at a Midtown Atlanta medical office in 2023 is found competent to stand trial.
I hit the floor, hid for my life.
A survivor says Dion Patterson snapped the day he was unable to be seen in a Northside medical office during what his mother called a mental break. After 3 recent mental exams, his attorney says Patterson is fit to help in his own defense. He's charged with shooting 5 women, 1 fatally. A Fulton County judge pencils in June 1st for a murder trial, though lawyers say they have conflicts already on the books. The judge understands but calls it a priority to get the case on the docket, not just for the defendant, but for the victims' families. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
President Trump says Iran is ready to negotiate an end to the war.
Just so you know, Iran wants to make a deal, and we're dealing very nicely with them. We've got to have no nuclear weapons. If we do, that's a big factor. And they're willing to do things today that they weren't willing to do 2 months ago.
The president says the U.S. Navy's blockade of the Strait of Hormuz is helping push Iran to the bargaining table. President Trump nominates Dr. Erica Schwartz to run the Atlanta-based CDC. The CDC has been without a permanent director since last August. It is now 6:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple Team Traffic starts with Alex Williams.
And giving the good news again, Bill, out in DeKalb County, I can confirm Covington Highway has reopened from that police investigation between Young Road and Miller Road, so delays should start to improve in that area. We also had a westbound crash on I-20 in DeKalb coming out of Stonecrest. I believe that's cleared out of that left lane before Panola Road, but delays still are in place there. I-20 westbound, the West Freeway, toughest part of that ride is between Holmes Drive and Fulton Industrial Boulevard, getting through that work zone at 285, and then I'm checking on New Trouble 20 westbound before Thornton Road. We got trouble on 285, Isabella Rodriguez.
Trouble indeed on 285 eastbound in DeKalb County. That's right before Flat Shoals Road, exit 848, and that's blocking a left lane with delays back towards I-675. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official air conditioning of Atlanta. Here is meteorologist Christina Edwards.
A few clouds passing by this evening, but staying dry for the ride home. Temperatures tonight settling into the mid-60s. A few pop-up showers can't be ruled out between midnight and the early morning commute, then drying out for tomorrow afternoon and quite warm as temperatures climb to close to 90 degrees. Another hot day on Saturday, partly cloudy, morning low 62, afternoon high 89. A cold front will arrive early Sunday morning, bringing widespread light rain showers for Sunday, then drying out in the afternoon, cooling down to the upper 60s to low 70s.
84 in Sandy Springs, 83 in Grayson, 85 in Eagles Landing. More news at 6:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
That is correct, Caiaccio. Hour 4 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. So I guess Trump is saying that there's going to be a 10-day ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon, and I don't know. It may be if you're casually just sort of following along with these things. I don't know if everybody kind of understands all these moving parts here. So when Israel meets with Lebanon, they're not actually meeting with the party that they're at war with. Lebanon is not run by Hezbollah. Hezbollah is in Lebanon. And so it's talks between Israel and Lebanon, but it's not the actual government of Lebanon that Israel is at war with right now. So I guess that means that Lebanon has been able to guarantee that Hezbollah will stand down during these 10 days. I'm imagining, because otherwise, I think Lebanon for years would like to have gotten rid of Hezbollah because it kind of affects them. They actually, Lebanon and Israel, was it like 1983 or something? They actually signed a peace agreement type of thing, and then everything just went crazy. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what round of what war of what thing, but something broke out very quickly thereafter. And that was never really, I don't know if it was ratified, but so it's just out there.
Didn't the Intifada break out after that?
It may have been that. But I think most people need to understand that when you hear Israel and Lebanon, It's not actually the government of Lebanon that Israel is at war with. They're at war with Hezbollah, which the government of Lebanon cannot really control. So my guess is they have enough control that they can guarantee that I don't know.
Tucker says they want Greater Israel.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not touching all that.
That's what
stuff.
Tucker says. That's what
Hegseth say?
Yeah, Hegseth says, we'll
blow them up.
We negotiate bombs.
That's right.
Did you get the T-shirt?
He says that is a tasty burger.
Apparently, what the Lebanese government is promising is that they will reassert state authority and disarm Hezbollah.
Okay.
So through a multi-phase military roadmap.
Do they have the power to do that?
That's a great question.
I don't know. I'm not.
Well, they're going to buy weapons from us, so yeah.
Who knows? Who knows?
And
so
say the K.
Yeah, I think I'm tired of the
Time to start saying the K.
You're bringing the K back.
I'm bringing the K back. I'm sick and tired of the silent letters.
I miss Coach K.
If you're gonna be there, don't tell me not to pronounce you.
Call me Autumn.
Autumn.
Yeah.
I do behind your back, but I'm glad now
Hey.
I can.
I didn't sign off on that.
As long as the Pope doesn't meddle in the peace process.
Now we have Trump saying. Now, overall, he's saying, I'm not fighting with the Pope. And he has to always, when it comes to the Pope, he has to always bring up the fact that his brother's really MAGA and he likes his brother Louis. What that has to do with the Pope, I can't really, It's like, well, Pope has a job, you have a job, and his brother Louis has a job. I don't know. So he's spatting back and forth with the Pope. Because apparently he thinks the Pope is supposed to be in favor of military operations, for one thing. But inside of this, at the end, he says something that is just completely not true, and it must be designed to be for core MAGA. Who there is this core MAGA that says everything is fake news. I'm just going to get my information from Donald Trump because he's going to tell me the truth. Because he says these things that are so weird. Inside of this, he says that the Pope made a statement. Okay, so just listen for that at the end of this.
We have a very good relationship with Iran right now. It's hard as it is to believe. I have nothing against the Pope. His brother's MAGA all the way. I like his brother, Louis. I'm not fighting with him. The Pope made a statement. He says Iran can have a nuclear weapon. I say Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon.
When did the Pope make that statement?
That?
When did the Pope make the statement Iran can have a nuclear weapon? Did he make it? Can we look?
I may have said it before I was the Pope, when I was just who I was,
I forgot that we had him like that.
But, I haven't said it since I been, because I'm pro-peace, you know.
Yeah, of course, yes.
And, they could have maybe some sausages, maybe some brats if we send those over there.
But
they might like them.
Do you think there are people like in core MAGA that will go to a party this weekend and say, and somebody will be talking about it and say, yeah, but the Pope said that it's okay for Iran to have a nuclear weapon.
Plenty of people will. They'll believe it.
Now, all hands on deck. If the Pope has made the statement that it's okay for Iran to have a nuclear weapon, I'd like to know it. So go online, find
Gemini
out.
says no.
Yeah,
Do your research, Eric.
I'm doing this in real time.
Maybe they could have a tactical. I might have said that.
You might have said it's okay for them to have a tactical.
But I know. Go Cubs.
In fact, the Pope is.
I'm telling you, if any funny business is going to happen around November, this is the priming of it. I have a certain number of people that I've convinced not to get their news anywhere else but from me, and I'm telling them things like, "Well, the Pope said that it's okay for Iran to have a nuclear weapon." He's telling them things like our not ratings. What's the word I'm looking for? Our approval rating have never been higher. We are at the highest, like all of these kind of things, because he's going to need this army of people to come out and say, there's no way we lost it like this. I mean, the truth is that, as I've read on Truth, is that our movement has never been more popular than it is now. And so they can very easily that was a lot of the thing that, my friends in MAGA after the loss to Biden, a lot of their argument was, Biden? Like, you really think that many people voted for Biden? Like, that was their argument when everyone I know absolutely is enamored by Trump, and you're telling me someone like Biden? Nobody likes Biden. Well, nobody they know likes Biden. And by the way, Biden was Trump was the latest, but it's a series of the people who decide elections in the middle. It's completely what they consider to be, the lesser of two evils. Very few people are voting because, man, oh man, I really believe this person's going to turn everything around. It's
they
always
love Biden.
Yeah,
Inspired so many.
Hey, did you just look at Barack?
Oh, it's that whole thing where he.
This bothers me.
Because they're
Wait,
trying
what did he
to
say?
Take it out of context.
So they're trying to make it seem like Biden is either losing it more or that he's actually a racist. He was speaking, and there was a black guy in the crowd who happens to look like Barack Obama. He noticed that. And I guess he brought him on stage, but then he's also 150 years old, and everything's going to seem awkward. But you're right to be annoyed because people now don't have the ability to go, oh, he's an old man, he's kind of lost it. Hey, the guy did look like Barack Obama. Yeah. Oh, look, he's a racist. The people who are putting it out there do not believe it, but if they can get a 0.5 in the next election, it's that cynical. It's that cynical from Democrats to Republicans to Democrats.
Yeah, the thing is that we don't need to sensationalize anything. Things are happening that are sensational.
Ridiculous. And I'll tell you something else that this will not resonate with any Democrats. Do you know what America would like the most? What America would like the most is that you put somebody up for president in 28 that is competent, reasonable, likable. Did I mention competent? Competent. But also who has a message of, yes, we could go through all kinds. We could spend the first 2 years of the next administration litigating the last administration. But you know what? And we'd have every right to do it, and we would win a lot of these cases. We'd lose some of them. But you know what? The country doesn't need that right now. What the country needs is to look up and see a captain of the ship and just go, oh, we're all right. I can go back to sleep. It's like we can't go from every new administration tries to put the last administration in jail because we're 2 administrations in now. We got the Biden administration who used warfare, and now we got warfare on steroids, where even when the judges throw things out, he goes, I don't care. Sue him again, or, whatever. Bring the case. It's going to be the hardest thing in the world, man. But if Democrats wanted to, because I get these, when you're in the algorithms, because I'm into politics, I'll get the left people who are on YouTube and whatever, and it's just like, oh no, you want blood now, and it's just like, and then Republicans will win again, and they'll just start going, can we just get out of this? In order to get out of this, somebody has to walk away knowing they could have won some battles. But just deciding the best thing for the country is to move forward. I don't still want to be talking about the 2020 election in 2032. We almost $40 trillion in debt. We've got some things to take care of.
That's why Biden's coming back.
I won an election back then.
Still going on.
I won in 2028. I won in 2032.
He'll live to be 116.
Oh, he's going to live a long time.
He'll be eating like cheeseburgers and
bring me that new
Diet
big
Cokes.
Heart. Bring me a double big heart.
Biden's running in 2028, guys. He's going to fix everything.
Oh, that's right.
Did you just look at Barack?
Does he look like Barack?
What is he giving speeches for? He's
Yes,
not running
that's
for
right.
anything.
He gets paid.
Put him in one of those chairs that can lift you up all the way, so you
Yes.
don't have to sit yourself up and
Yeah.
just relax, man.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I don't have time to relax. Country's asking.
Yeah. Country
There's
needs
a lot of
you.
ice cream out there to eat.
Country needs you, Joe.
Damn right, I got to ride around on a bike.
Alex Williams says there's a crash on 285 in DeKalb.
DeKalb has been the hot spot all afternoon, Eric, and that continues with this left lane crash. No help with it yet. 285 eastbound, the outer loop, Flat Shoals, exit 48. Delays back to Moreland Avenue. DeKalb, or 285 east and south as well, trying to make your way out of Sandy Springs into DeKalb. Still seeing brake lights from Georgia 400 into Dunwoody and Dorville. It's going to stick with you till you get down to Highway 78, the Stone Mountain Freeway. Checking 285 on the west side with the help of Isabella Rodriguez.
285 westbound in Sandy Springs is stacked up on the outer loop loop from Georgia 400 all the way to I-75, and once you get past I-75, those slowdowns stay with you as you approach Atlanta Road. This report is sponsored by your Atlanta Braves. Watch Braves Vision through your current cable or satellite provider, or stream games with the Braves.TV subscription for $19.99 a month. Learn more at braves.com/watch. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Have you seen the price of gas? Now close your eyes and imagine winning a grand to pay for it.
Beginning Monday.
It's WSB's A Grand for Gas.
Listen for the keyword at 8, 10, 12, 2, and 5.
You'll have 30 minutes to enter that keyword at WSBRadio.com or the WSB Radio app.
One lucky listener wins a grand for gas.
Your first chance to win is Monday morning at 8.
WSB's A Grand for Gas. From the station that gets you where you want to go. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's free gas station.
See the fastest road racing in America, Moto America Superbikes at Road Atlanta, celebrating 50 years of superbike racing with Mission King of the Baggers V-Twin Racing, April 17th through the 19th. Visit MotoAmerica.com for tickets.
We're seeing all the signs. Pollen counts are high, fewer mornings are chilly. Step by step, we are headed to spring and summer. This is Scott Slade, and the team at Ragsdale Heating and Air wants you to be ready for the hot and humid days we know are ahead. Right now, you could take up to $1,700 off a new Carrier home comfort system. And don't forget the spring savings extend far beyond the big season change with Ragsdale's own trusted 15-year parts and labor warranty on your new system. That's zero repair cost till 2041. Ragsdale's a name I know you could trust for all your heating, air, plumbing, electrical, and insulation needs, too. How do I know? I've used a lot of those services, and they have a 4.9 Google rating and over 11,000 reviews. I've been a Ragsdale customer for years. I always come away impressed with their friendly, quality service. A lot of these Ragsdale guys have been with the company for 10, 20, even 30 years. So take advantage of this great deal before spring lands in Metro Atlanta. Schedule your visit online at ragsdaleair.com or give one of their friendly customer service reps a call. Ragsdale is the name I know you can trust.
Atlanta's allergy season is nothing to sneeze at. At All Care, we understand that allergies aren't just annoying, they can also affect your quality of life. And sometimes over-the-counter medications are just not enough. We'll help you manage your allergy triggers and develop a customized treatment plan so that spring can be fun again. After hours and weekend appointments are available at All Care's 15 convenient locations, or from the comfort of your couch through our virtual care offering. Learn more at allcare-ga.com/allergy.
Hi, I'm Matt Gamble, Parts Associate at Butler Lexus of South Atlanta. My job is to make sure you get the best price possible on quality Lexus parts and accessories during your visit. From spark plugs and wheels to custom merchandise. Experience amazing at Butler Lexus South Atlanta. 800 New Lexus.
No hot water? Running out halfway through your shower? Or dealing with a leak that just won't stop? When plumbing problems hit, you need help fast. At Moncrief Ace Hardware Home Services, we bring helpful to the home with same-day water heater service and expert plumbing repairs. Our local plumbers arrive ready to diagnose the issue and fix it right the first time. Get comfort back and problems handled by Moncrief Ace Hardware Home Services. Local folks you can trust. Straight answers you can rely on. Powered by Ace Hardware. Get service today at MoncriefAir.com.
Skip the spring cleaning and sell your home hassle-free with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Hi, it's Chris Chandler. The spring real estate market is in full swing. Skip the hassle of listing your home on the market and sell your home with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Don't worry about the inconveniences of selling your home. The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate makes the home selling process seamless and stress-free. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
It's official. President Trump has endorsed Burt Jones for governor.
Burt Jones has been an incredible leader. This man has my complete and total endorsement, and I really want to see him win.
Burt Jones is a trusted Trump conservative who's leading the fight to end Georgia's state income tax.
He's going to make a great, great governor. You will be very happy, Georgia. Burt Jones has my complete and total endorsement.
Paid for by Burt Jones for Georgia.
A quote shouldn't be a suggested starting price. It should be a promise. Hi, I'm Megan with Southern Exteriors. At Southern Exteriors, we don't play games with your quote or budget. We do the homework up front, so the price you see on your agreement is the final price you pay. Choose Southern Exteriors, the team that values your trust as much as your home, and take 10% off your next project. Call 877-9SOUTHERN or visit southernexteriors.co. That's southernexteriors.co.
Don't let tax refund worries hold you back. File now with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They'll find every credit and deduction to help you get every refund dollar you deserve, or your money back. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
We were talking yesterday about how we're at the snake season has begun here in the state of Georgia. And Jared Yamamoto has decided that he's going to become, I don't know, Dr. Doolittle to the snakes or something. He is
with any animals.
He's
I love animals.
Having conversations.
He speaks parcel mouth.
Yeah. Are you into the whole furry thing?
I mean, not into the furry thing.
Well,
you know,
you say you love animals.
I respect them. I
Why
respect
not,
the furry
bring
community.
it into the bedroom.
Well, I mean, sometimes a squirrel's looking pretty kind of, you know?
If they're fat enough.
Listen,
Yeah, especially with those tails twitching around.
Birthing hips on that squirrel.
Oh, yeah.
if the furry community wants to exist,
Look,
I
she's getting all excited. Sally Squirrel.
I'm fine with them
Sally
existing.
Squirrel and Jared Yamamoto.
Anybody who gets it gets it.
Yeah.
No need to explain. If you
No.
If you're in the club, you're in the club. Yeah. Not everybody is as mad about Captain and Tennille as Von Hessler and Autumn Fisher. I understand that.
Mad. I'm simply mad.
So you were on your daily jog or whatever
Yeah.
that you do. Because you're annoyingly healthy, but you're on your.
How am I
day,
okay, hold on.
He has to sweat out the alcohol from the night before.
Hang on a second.
Listen, we don't have a lot of time.
Just keep saying it.
Only drink 2 nights a week.
Okay, well,
on the weekend.
It's still more than most people
That's
drink in a
48
month.
hours total.
It's still more
of drinking.
It's still more. Yeah, it's a
It is a
48-hour
festival weekend.
binge.
Now this weekend's going to be different. It is a festival weekend. There's going to be a lot of drinking.
If he does 2 days of drinking, believe me, it's more than you drank last month.
Yeah.
So it's about quantity. So you videoed this and you recorded this and you sent it to us in the text thread. And I listened and you were talking to the snake.
I was talking to the snake. It looked sweet. It's a little rat snake that I ran
It did
into.
look kind of sweet.
Look at this.
It had like a cute little face.
What's up, little dude? What's up? What are you doing? I promise I'm not gonna mess with you. I'm not gonna mess. Oh.
And it took off. It literally took off. It was so fast.
I love this. My wife does this with the cat. It's like it's just, speaking to it as if it understands what. I'm not
that's
gonna,
fine.
I'm not going to do anything. Like you think the cat's going, oh, or the snake is saying, oh, I got nothing to worry about. This guy's telling me he's not going to harm me.
That's okay.
So I can.
Sometimes it's helpful. It sets out a vibe.
I was worried he was going to attack me, but I'm fine.
Yeah. He's assured
Oh,
me.
he seems like a pretty cool guy.
He's assured me that he's not going. He has no malintent.
What are you doing this weekend?
Sweetwater 420 this.
Give me some weed.
By the way, remember that guy who was like, what they call him, Grizzly Man?
Yeah.
Until he was eaten by a grizzly.
Didn't work out for him.
He
so
thought
well.
they were understanding him. The whole time, he thought they were understanding him.
I have never seen.
He became bare waist. Do you understand that?
I'm very cautious.
At one point became the waist of the bear that he thought he was communicating with.
You know
where his bones are.
RFKJR. Somewhere in Central Park, I believe.
I keep a healthy distance from the animals. This one was kind of up on like its neck a little
He
bit.
wanted to say hi to you.
That's all. Get a little closer next time. Alex Williams has good news on 75 in Ackworth.
Yes, sir, that is correct, Eric. Earlier crash, 75 northbound between Wade Green and Highway 92 is all gone. 75 north still trying to recover from the afternoon commute. Been a rough one. You're still seeing moderate volume between Marietta and Ackworth with southbound delays still in place from South Marietta Parkway trying to get down to I-285. 400 northbound, a few brake lights left in Sandy Springs as you get past Abernathy Road, then tapping the brakes into Forsyth County due to that earlier crash we had that cleared at McFarland Parkway. What's I-85 looking like toward Gwinnett County, Isabella Rodriguez?
I-85 northbound is looking a little slow right now, out from 285 all the way towards Indian Trail Road. It gets clear past that, but those delays pick back up on 85 northbound at Duluth Highway all the way to Lawrenceville-Swanee Highway as you're making your way into Swanee. This report is brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Selling your home doesn't have to feel complicated. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. With Orchard, it's simple. You get cash up front from your current home, so you can buy your next one first. No waiting, no juggling timelines, no trying to line everything up perfectly. You move when you're ready. You settle in. You take your time. Then Orchard takes it from there. They handle the repairs, the upgrades, the staging, and the marketing. Everything needed to get your old home sold for top dollar. You don't have to manage the process. You don't have to coordinate every detail. You don't have to stress. And when your home sells, you get the proceeds. Your second payout. It's a smoother way to move, a simpler way to sell, and a better way to stay in control from start to finish. Start with a free home valuation at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
Why is Channel 2 Action News Georgia's #1 morning news? A team who watches out for you. Clark Howard saves you money. Justin Gray watches your back with warnings about ripoffs and scams. Channel 2 Action News this morning, starting at 4:30.
I'm Channel 2's Karen Greer. When stories break, they unfold in real time. We have multiple reporters live in your neighborhood, so when it matters most, you know how it affects your family. Channel 2 Action News, every day at 4, 5, and 6.
Is your air conditioning system ready to answer the challenge of the hot and humid days we know are coming? Take advantage of this great offer from Ragsdale Heating and Air. Right now, you could take up to $1,700 off a new Carrier home comfort system, and that includes Ragsdale's own trusted 15-year parts and labor warranty on your new system. Ragsdale's the name I know you can trust for all your heating, air, plumbing, electrical, and insulation needs, too. They have a 4.9 Google rating and over 11,000 reviews. Go to RagsdaleAir.com or call them. Ragsdale is the name I know you can trust.
Hi, it's Sue from Bread Beckers with Sue's Healthy Minute. Over the past 30 years, we've seen countless lives change for the better and health issues greatly improved, if not completely resolved, by customers changing their diets, starting with real bread. At the Bread Becker store in Woodstock, we can teach you how to make real, delicious bread loaded with fiber and nutrients from real whole grains. A healthy, affordable solution for your family that can change your lives. For various customers, we've seen cholesterol levels drop 85 to 100 points in just 1 month, blood sugar stabilized, anemia corrected, and hundreds of stories of warts going away. In one case, as many as 500 warts gone in just 2.5 weeks. I have a degree in food science, and for more than 30 years, I've studied the incredible health benefits of whole grains and real bread. Let us help you take the first steps to better health. Visit breadbeckers.com or our Bread Beckers store in Woodstock.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Our top local story as the state election board urges counties to prepare to potentially use paper ballots in November. Local officials are watching with concern.
The biggest challenge in front of us right now as election officials in Georgia is the May primary.
Joseph Kirk, president of the Georgia Association of Voter Registration and Election Officials, says beyond the logistical challenges, counties don't have the power to change the system.
It takes someone at the state level or someone in the judiciary to make that judgment call.
He says the uncertainty is not good for election directors around the state, but he's hopeful there will be a solution to this problem very soon. 86 degrees in Atlanta. There could be a few rain showers tonight, and when we could see more widespread rain. Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards is coming up. We have new information just in on a crash in DeKalb County this afternoon that shut down Covington Highway. DeKalb County Police just telling us that this started around 3:30 this afternoon when police were patrolling the area of Covington Highway and Panola Road in reference to a stolen vehicle. Responding officers then located that vehicle and attempted to pull it over when the suspects fled at a high rate of speed. While fleeing, the driver lost control of the vehicle, at which point he left the road, striking 2 pedestrians. One of those pedestrians, a teenager, was struck at the intersection, was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. The second pedestrian, a woman, died at the scene. The driver went to the hospital with serious injuries, and a passenger in the vehicle has minor injuries. Stay with us as we work to learn more about this in DeKalb County. An optimistic tone today from President Trump. Correspondent Linda Kenyon reports from the White House. The president says the U.S. and Iran are close to making a deal to end the war.
The president depicts the talks in a positive light.
I think we have a very successful negotiation going on right now. And I think it'll be, if it happens, it'll be announced fairly soon.
Specifically, he says Iran has agreed to this key point.
They will not have nuclear weapons.
In addition, Trump says Iran has agreed to hand over its enriched uranium.
They've agreed to give us back the nuclear dust that's way underground because of the attack we made with the B-2 bombers.
But the president also said if there is no deal, fighting will resume.
As part of Operation Sweet Silence, the U.S. Marshals Service says a violent fugitive is in custody in DeKalb County. The feds target U.S.-based criminals with ties to foreign terrorist organizations. They say Leonard Campbell was arrested on an outstanding warrant for conspiracy to produce and distribute fentanyl and methamphetamine. Marshals say they found cash, several pounds of marijuana, suspected cocaine, and fentanyl, as well as loaded weapons while searching Campbell's home. Good news for runners, bikers, and walkers as a new stretch of the Atlanta Beltline opens from the Krog Street Tunnel to Boulevard.
The band from nearby Maynard Jackson High School leads the celebration for the completion of the Southeast Trail. Mayor Andre Dickens says this is the latest addition for a pivotal project.
Each new mile of the Beltline brings Atlanta closer together, linking our neighborhoods together, jobs, and our schools across what used to divide us.
With more than 14 miles now completed, officials are hoping to have nearly 18 miles finished in time for the World Cup. In Southeast Atlanta, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
The Fulton County Reparations Task Force takes a deep dive into the harm of slavery and Jim Crow in the county. Commissioner Marvin Arrington Jr. says this is a step in the right direction.
First, identifying, measuring the harm, adopting and acknowledging that harm, right? And so as we get further and further down the line, we should be able to expand that.
The task force created a mathematical formula to measure the amount of harm done over time and organize the data they found through county records and the national database. It is now 6:34 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill, we are still watching some brake lights on the West Freeway. Can't tell if it's a crash or sunshine, but I-20 westbound is pretty jammed up as you make your way out past Riverside Parkway. Those delays improve before you get to Thornton Road. And in DeKalb County, I'm still seeing brake lights in both directions, 20 east and westbound through the work zone between 285 and the mall at Stonecrest. Then inside the perimeter, we had that earlier crash. It's mostly off to the right, 20 eastbound before Gresham Road, but those flashing lights are keeping you on the brakes as you leave Flat Shoals. What's it looking like now through downtown Atlanta, Isabella Rodriguez?
It's still a slow ride through downtown Atlanta, especially on 75-85 northbound at Langford Parkway, all the way through Freedom Parkway, and on I-75 southbound on Northside Drive into the Midtown area, and on Georgia 400 at Lenox Road, all the way through the Midtown area. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustSale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
A few clouds passing by this evening, but staying dry for the ride home. Temperatures tonight settling into the mid-60s. A few pop-up showers can't be ruled out between midnight and the early morning commute, then drying out for tomorrow afternoon and quite warm as temperatures climb to close to 90 degrees. Another hot day on Saturday, partly cloudy, morning low 62, afternoon high 89. A cold front will arrive early Sunday morning, bringing widespread light rain showers for Sunday, then drying out in the afternoon, cooling down to the upper 60s to low 70s.
83 in Noonan, 86 in Midtown Atlanta, 81 in Dunwoody. More news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Linda Beaver here. Buying a pre-owned vehicle is a big decision. It should feel exciting, not overwhelming. That's why at Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, only the best vehicles earn a place on our front line. Each one is carefully selected and inspected. Quality isn't negotiable. One property, two trusted brands, over 700 pre-owned vehicles. From a $5,000 starter car to your dream car. We have options for every budget. Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, the safest place to make a big decision.
When it comes to home services companies, TE Certified checks every box. Hey, it's Chris Chandler. I'm a happy customer of TE Certified electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling. Highly trained experts who fix it right the first time. Check. On time, friendly, and fully stocked. Check. Highest level of communication and lifetime warranty. Check. I can relax while they handle everything. It all checks out.
TE Certified. We love your home.
Express yourself with the car you want from Jim Ellis.
Express yourself.
I'm Stacey Ellis, Vice President of Jim Ellis Automotive Group. Your vehicle is more than transportation. It's a reflection of who you are. And when you're ready to express yourself, it helps to have choices. At Jim Ellis Automotive, we're proud to be Georgia's largest family-owned automotive group, offering more than 5,500 new, certified pre-owned, and pre-owned vehicles. See them all at jimellis.com. Whether your style says luxury, performance, family adventure, or rugged capability, we have the perfect vehicle that fits you. And with the Jim Ellis Expressway, you can shop the way that fits your lifestyle too. It's the quick, easy, and convenient way to buy a car. Find the vehicle that helps you express yourself. Visit any of our 21 convenient locations across Metro Atlanta or shop from home at jimellis.com.
Express yourself.
Jim Ellis Automotive, where you can always expect the best.
Steel Horse Law is the most experienced local law firm to protect your rights.
Well, guess who's joined us? By the way, it just happened. I just saw on CNN. Trump turns on Mamdani.
Oh, that's a shocker.
A love affair we thought was going to last forever. I guess nothing lasts forever. Guess who's here? Shelley Winter is here.
Hey, guys.
Shelley Winter, who
Hey, Autumn.
does
Hi, Shelley.
a radio program right after this radio program.
Are you guys
every
excited about
weekday.
your trip together?
I don't think I'm.
I haven't heard.
I don't think I'm going to make this
Are you
trip.
breaking this news to me on the air?
Well, she asked on the air.
I saw
She
you.
asked on the air.
I watched you
Well,
walk
she
by me for
asked
3
on the air.
hours. You didn't say anything.
Yeah, you
Here's
knew.
here's my
Avoidance,
thing.
Shelley. It's
You know what,
avoidance.
Shelley? I'm not against the concept. I got to say this. It's just the idea. Like, if we would have known for a couple months we're going to do this, then we would have taken Thursday and Friday off. We would have had. But as it is now, it's going to be fly. Do things, fly back just in time to do the show on Monday.
Fun.
And that's
That's
not
fun.
That's a life worth living,
I
my
need-
friend.
That's the
I
best
need
way to do it.
room. I need
That's right.
room. I
Amen.
need time. When I get back, I want to
Rent an RV. You
decompress
could
a
sleep
little
in
bit.
it.
All right, what about the day that the festival is over? Like, who's playing that day? Maybe you guys could, like, skip out a little early.
But then we'd
So
only
you
be
make
there
it home
one
in time.
day. We can't leave until his show is done at 9 o'clock at night on Friday, and then I have to be back by 3 to do the show on Monday.
What?
First of all, I don't do that.
Okay.
I mean, I only call in sick when I'm sick.
Oh.
Wait, did you say
Well,
it
you
ends on
can't call
Friday?
in sick, and then we got
Yeah,
pictures
and then
at
pictures
a festival.
Right, exactly.
Did you say it ends on Friday?
No. I'm saying we can't leave until Shelley's show is over on Friday.
Until his show is over. I see.
Oh, that'd be a fun 8 hours.
So you're
drive.
telling
Although
me
what I would
you-
say,
so I'm being shot down.
Dude, I mean, you're not being shot down.
Sure seems like it. Sure seems like it.
What are you doing on Saturday? Come over to my house. I got the place to myself.
No,
We
I'm
can
gonna go by
party.
my. I'm
We can
single
party.
now, so I'm really gonna go by myself. I'm gonna take
No.
a trip to New Orleans.
I love that. Go see Nas.
Yeah, I'm gonna go by myself and float around and see
No.
people.
I was saying this Saturday.
Oh, this
If you wanted
Saturday.
to come by and hang.
What about
I-
tonight?
I'm not tonight. I have to do a show tomorrow.
Yeah, I got to work
We
tomorrow.
got.
You can sleep in till 10.
I'm saying.
Eric's
I
got a
think,
guest bedroom.
I think that we would have a great time doing something
Well,
like that.
yeah,
but
doing
I
something.
don't.
That's true.
What
That's
is
true.
with Autumn?
I
She's
don't
the-
know- I don't know.
her mind. She's the dirtiest.
How do you feel about
filthiest
Josh
mind.
The funny
Allen?
thing is, HR
Yeah.
won't allow. HR won't
Josh
allow.
Allen will be joining
what?
us.
That's right,
Or at
see?
least a cardboard cutout of him.
HR wouldn't allow us to make those same jokes about
I
Autumn.
know, these women, they get away with
they
bloody
have all
murder.
the
Too
power.
bad.
They have all the
I don't
power.
have 300 years of being a jerk.
Guys, pretty soon we got to invite her to our poker party. What the heck?
Oh, no.
man.
Jared.
It's sexual harassment
What
if you
poker
don't.
party?
All right, the reason that I have, and by the way, the person who wants to give us the passes, I would hope, would still want to help out Shelley Winter.
I have connected
not
him
without you, Eric.
with Shelley.
Yeah, he called in on your show, so
Yeah, you
ruined-
feel a little
you
weird
ruined
about
it for
that?
Shelley.
No, I'll take him.
Of course.
If you're listening now, sir, I will take the 2 passes because what I plan on
But-
doing is going by myself.
We are going to do something together. I'm going to pay for the plane tickets. We're going to do something together.
All right.
I don't want you to think I don't want to. I think it would be fun. I just need a little more, like,
I
because a
understand,
day
I
to get
understand.
there is a day to get.
He's anxious.
I understand.
Yeah.
I
Should go out to
understand. No, I
Vegas.
definitely understand. It's a
I hate
different.
coming. Like, if I go on a vacation, right, and I go somewhere, I always come back 3 days before I have to be back at work
Oh,
because
yeah.
I want to just sit in my. I
understand.
I don't want to be.
understand.
Oh, tomorrow back to
I'm
work.
definitely a jump up and do it guy. You're.
Yes.
I see that.
I'm gonna sit down and think about it,
Right,
guy.
I see it.
You guys, next,
I see it.
next month, right here, local festival. You've got Breakaway, you've got John Summit, Cascade,
Who?
Fisher.
Who?
They're all.
Have I heard
yeah,
that
they're all
anybody?
headlining.
Cascade? That's a great one for
Neither
my
of us
dishes.
recognize.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
But it's a Friday,
Are those-
Saturday.
Calgon is the weekend.
Oh, right.
Are those
Dawn.
like Autumn said? Are those dishes to pass around?
These are world famous DJs, and they're going to be right here in our backyard.
That's that EDM.
Friday.
It's not real music.
That's
It's not
EDM.
real.
Stay
it's
out
not
of my
boom, boom,
yard.
boom, boom. No, I can't do that.
No, you don't like
no,
that.
we're not doing that. We'll have a heart attack if we did that.
That's right. It's not good.
We drop dead.
Jared, what are you trying to do?
Trying to kill us?
135 beats per minute.
That's
Just do
racism.
Molly. You'll be fine.
No, he's trying to take our job.
That's what it is.
Absolutely not.
Oh, yeah.
Friday, Saturday, you get the Sunday to rest, and everybody's happy.
Yeah,
I'm
but
just
we
I'm
have
a
to
problem
but we
solver.
have no. You're not, because we have to enjoy the thing that we're going
Yeah,
for attending.
yeah, we have to
You
enjoy
probably
it. I
love
can't.
John Summit. You would
You
love
guys
him.
can take the days off.
We have you here to talk about, and maybe we'll have to roll you over a little bit here. But you got your show prepped out? In case I
I'm
need
all
you for-
ready. I'm all
Okay.
ready.
So there was a Democrat gubernatorial primary debate last night.
On
She says they're
11
goobers.
Alive News, they
Yes.
did it. It was good. It was a good event. It was a good
Okay,
event.
all right. So no one on this panel watched it. And first of all, you have to tell me the three people who are actually running.
Well, it's
'Cause
actually,
I know Keisha Lance Bottoms, former mayor, is running, and I think Jeff Duncan is running, and he used to be a Republican. He used to be like the lieutenant governor or
Lieutenant
something?
governor,
All right,
yeah.
and then there's somebody else.
Michael Thurman, former DeKalb County CEO.
Michael Thurman I moved here in 1998. Every election cycle, Michael Thurman.
Right.
Like he's just always running for something.
And
That's
he doesn't look like he's aged a bit.
Okay.
And then Jason Estevez, a former state senator, is running.
But he was not allowed on the debate because he didn't have
Emilio's
enough.
brother.
He didn't have.
Yes.
So they 11 Alive set the criteria 5% or above in a nonpartisan poll. The last Democrat nonpartisan poll was done in February, and Estevez was below 5.
So they're stuck in that old poll. I think 11 Alive should have done their own poll.
I agree.
That was a little closer because maybe this Estevez guy actually has got.
Nobody likes old polls.
I would have done the same thing. I would have. If they should have to not have made their listenership angry. They should have done a poll maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago or a week ago,
and that
then
way we'd know. We'd know whether or not these people
and it
belong on
wouldn't
the
because Estevez people, and he's got a sizable base. They're fuming mad, and they're now taking it out on the news station.
All right, so you watch this. Who do you think won? Who did a good job? Who looks to you like someone who can go all the way?
I think they all did a good job. And let me say this, there's a bunch of clips going to be flying. The Republicans are already making ads from some of the answers. There's on the Riley Gaines Act, they all said they would have repealed it. So there's ads going out about that. They talked about ICE and partnering with ICE, with state government, and they all had an
What's
answer
the thought
for
about
that.
repealing Riley Gaines Act? Is it that we already have those laws and it's not necessary? Like it's already against the law to murder? And
Well, Riley Gaines is that's the.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, the Riley Gaines was men and
I'm
women's.
thinking of-
By the way,
Right.
I never liked Riley Gaines.
Hold on, because I do want to get this right. I was confusing that with Lincoln
Riley.
Lincoln Riley.
Right.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I
Or not
apologize for
Lincoln
that.
Riley, Lincoln
Riley.
Lincoln Riley. Okay, I apologize for that.
Right.
All right, we're talking about
men and women's
sports.
Right. And
Okay.
so the interesting thing, so you can the reporters asking the questions did ask them to drill down. Would you have repealed it? And they all say yes, we'd repeal it, and that's going to be a Republican ad. No matter who comes through the primary, they would repeal. But if you listen to their answers are really center right or center left answers, which is basically can be boiled down to this is not an issue. Republicans use it to fearmonger, to drive out votes during an election, and it's not an issue, and that's why I would have repealed it. And they all said they would push it. It's really not the
I
responsibility.
still think the Republicans hold the edge on that. Just speaking politically, I think Republicans hold the edge on that. I'm not telling you what I think. I'm just saying I think that
agree.
that most people agree with Republicans.
I agree with you. I think that the problem with the Democrats is they think they can nuance what everyone's thinking. And yes, everyone is thinking it's not an issue. No one cares. Yes, people care about gas prices, but that's too nuanced. When you tell someone, hey, should men be in women's sports, they'll say absolutely not.
Trump pretends everything that he talks about is an 80-20 issue.
Right.
In this fact, whether you like it or not.
Absolutely.
It is an 80-20 issue. And I don't know that the Democrats are going to be able to. Here's the thing is both sides have to play to their primary bases so much. This is why I think when we get to the general, everybody is just holding their nose and picking what they think is the lesser of two evils. Because no one is thinking about, where most people are. And so, you still have people like, I'm going to be the next Trump at a time that a lot of people are like, don't know if we want one. It's like, but that's the way to win on the primary thing. And then, being all in favor. Everybody wants men and women's sports. Not so sure.
Nobody does.
Yeah,
and I'm not sure. And if you listen to their answers, none of them do either.
Right.
But they're
afraid of their bases.
Well, but
can you stick around? Because I got to take a break. All right.
Absolutely.
Alex Williams has good news on 75 in Ackworth.
Yeah, that's right. I-75 is all cleaned up in Ackworth. We are still watching some brake lights, though, on I-285. 285 westbound, the outer loop. It's a little slow as you leave Georgia 400 into that sunshine over to I-75 in Cobb. You're going to stay on and off the brakes southbound through Smyrna Vinings. Right lane's bunching up right around I-20. Earlier crash all gone. 285 eastbound, the outer loop into DeKalb County right around Flat Shoals. What's 285 and the rest of it looking like through DeKalb County, Isabella Rodriguez?
285 on the inner loop right now is looking a bit slow, especially as you're heading out from Georgia 400, making your way all the way to I-85. And past that, past Shamley Tucker Road, it gets better, but those delays pick back up as you make your way to Clarkston and Highway 78. From the Trustdale.com 24-hour traffic center, Triple Tune Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Mark Arum. Like in a movie, I could see that being a thing, like where the world leaders get on a call and be like, all right, let's
like
just...
the final episode of Diplomat.
Getting you through your morning.
Exactly. Like, let's just divide up the world. Mark Arum. Trump, you get the Western Hemisphere. China, you get Asia. And Europe goes to Putin. Mark Arum.
Tomorrow at 9 a.m.
95.5 WSB. Atlanta's News and Talk.
EMC Security.
When an alarm goes off at your home, every second counts. With EMC Security's remote video monitoring, once your alarm is triggered, our team can instantly monitor cameras you give us access to, assess the situation, and send appropriate information to first responders. Get real peace of mind, whether you're home or away. Get a free quote on video monitoring today at emcsecurity.com.
EMC Security. Smart protection for a safer tomorrow.
The all-new Chico Cantina is Brookhaven's go-to for modern Mexican. Crafted by the award-winning Chef Mimo. Whether you're brunching weekends from 10 to 4 or enjoying happy hour 3 to 6 Monday through Friday, Chico serves up good vibes, fresh ingredients, and unforgettable cocktails. It's no wonder OpenTable.com diners call it one of Atlanta's best. For date night, group hangs, or just tacos and tequila, Chico Cantina in Brookhaven is calling. Book now on OpenTable.com and see what the buzz is all about.
It's official. President Trump has endorsed Burt Jones for governor.
Burt Jones has been an incredible leader. This man has my complete and total endorsement, and I really want to see him win.
Burt Jones is a trusted Trump conservative who's leading the fight to end Georgia's state income tax.
He's going to make a great, great governor. You will be very happy, Georgia. Burt Jones has my complete and total endorsement.
Paid for by Burt Jones for Georgia.
This is Scott Slade. Thinking about security? Most people stop at a video doorbell so you can watch a package get stolen after it happens. That's not protection. With Loud Security Systems, security means prevention. Add cameras around your home or business, door and window sensors that alert you when someone tries to get in. Monitored fire protection, water leak detection when you sleep or travel. Security is more than a video doorbell. Visit loudsecurity.com because it's time to get loud.
Loud Security Systems. Call 678. Get loud.
Spring cleaning starts with Zero Res Carpet and Air Duct Cleaning. Mention WSB Radio and get 3 rooms cleaned for $129. No one cleans like Zero Res. No soap, no residue, no harsh chemicals. Just carpets that stay cleaner longer. Also, don't forget that air ducts circulate the air you breathe, and dust can end up right back on your floors. April appointments are filling up very fast. Don't wait. Visit ZeroResAtlanta.com to book today. Zero Res. Spell it backwards or forwards. It's the right way to clean.
Are your floors looking tired, scratched, or just dated? You don't have to wait months for a beautiful new look. At Peach State Hardwood, you can start your flooring project in 1 week or less. With expert installation, lifetime craftsmanship warranty, and an in-house team that handles everything, from moving your furniture to cleaning up after. A stress-free home refresh is closer than you think. Peach State Hardwood, beautiful floors, zero hassle, ready in a week. Schedule your free estimate today at peachstatehardwood.com.
Atlanta's allergy season is nothing to sneeze at. At All Care, we understand that allergies aren't just annoying, they can also affect your quality of life. And sometimes over-the-counter medications are just not enough. We'll help you manage your allergy triggers and develop a customized treatment plan so that spring can be fun again. After hours and weekend appointments are available at All Care's 15 convenient locations, or from the comfort of your couch through our virtual care offering. Learn more at allcare-ga.com/allergy.
All those flowers you planted up the driveway this spring look great, but your garage door? Yikes! Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage and Entry Doors. This spring, replace that old, ugly garage door with a beautiful, modern, energy-efficient door that will add to your home's value and curb appeal. At All Four Seasons, we offer fast service, affordable prices, and a huge selection of styles, colors, and custom features. When trust matters, trust us. All, the number 4, seasonsgarages.com.
All right, we are together as friends. So what I wanted to get out of you as an analyst, a political analyst, Shelley Winter, is who do you think, if anybody won that primary debate between Democrats for the governor, for a gubernatorial debate, who do you think won or stood out?
Thurman stood out with his experience because he was able to literally answer questions with actual laws, bills, things that he's done while in office. I think Jeff Duncan appeared a little bit, I don't want to say nervous, but there's a word, but he kind of admitted that he believes that the heartbeat bill that he championed and passed, he believed that was a mistake.
Because he used to be a Republican,
right,
so now he's in a Democrat.
Right. And
so
I think
a little bit of a fish out of water.
I think Keisha also showed to have chops. For those people who say, "Oh, she ruined Atlanta," for those people, she showed to have chops.
Do you think that there's any?
I think they all performed fairly well.
Yeah. There's going to be no Sequoia Turner backlash.
There probably will. There's probably going to be a lot for everybody.
Yeah.
In this debate alone, there's sound bites that are already coming out.
What do you think about it? I think Keisha has actually done something kind of interesting. She came out a few days ago. The idea is she wants universal pre-K, right, in the state of Georgia, which is just like everyone would go, how are we going to pay for that? But then she says she wants to pay for it by legalizing gambling, casino gambling,
right,
in Georgia. And I'm just sort of wondering if she can pull in some people. There's got to be a lot of Republicans who want that can't get it.
There are. The legalized gambling is just like when they wanted to move liquor sales on Sunday. The same group of people that did not want liquor sales on Sunday don't want legalized gambling. It's the exact same group. And I think this election is going to tell us where we are as a state. Is it really purple? Because I truly believe that the center-right or center-left conversation and messaging is going to prevail. And I believe that. I'm looking at it. I'm talking to people on the ground, meaning voters. They to the Riley Gaines thing. Most voters don't care because they don't see it happening. But
if they see commercials,
they see commercials, right.
That's the way that the border stuff with Kamala and some things that she was saying. Also, wasn't it the commercial where she was talking about some trans issue?
Right.
That just helped Trump
so
much.
When she was,
she wanted prisoners were supposed to be able to.
When she was in California,
she said taxpayers should pay for prisoner surgeries.
Right.
And that was devastating to her campaign.
I'm becoming to realize that with the economy, if it continues on this downward spiral, fear-mongering, advertising, particularly by Republicans, is going to fall flat to the middle.
You got to speak to the gas prices and everything else.
Yep.
But hey, listen, fear-mongering has always worked.
Scott Bessent said we'll have low prices by the end of the summer. He said it yesterday.
Oh, the end of the summer.
Woohoo!
Yeah, the war will be over yesterday. I believe everything I hear. Shelley Winter is up next. She's got a great radio show for you. So this music's telling us two things. Shut the hell up, get the hell out. You know us. We're good people. We do what we're told. Shelley Winter up next. We'll be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. for another big radio show. You're all invited to join us. But until then, continue on your journey. Don't piss off the genie.